Uploading.
Yes! It's game day! Oh, man. I apologize. I started late. I was having some technical difficulties, but we are ready for the Chicago Bears and the Kansas City Chiefs live at Arrowhead Stadium. What a big game for both teams here. The Bears at 0-2. Today, Minnesota did lose. Green Bay won. And the Detroit Lions won. So if they lose this game, they're going to be at least 2 games back from both the Packers and Lions. And they already lost to Green Bay earlier in the season. Kansas City at 1-1 with a win today and a Raiders loss on Sunday night can regain the lead in the AFC West. And we have kickoff going right to left on your TV screen. The Kansas City Chiefs will receive the ball to start the game here. The Chicago Bears are going to be on defense and will get the ball in the second half here. Hey, look, I got an energy drink here. I'm going to let you in on a secret. I don't need it. I am really jacked up for this game. Eddie Jackson, the star safety, he is out. He was injured against Tampa Bay last week. So we have Chiefs get the ball first on the 25. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation. Travis Kelce joining him in the backfield with Pacheco. Handoff to Pacheco right up the middle. Gets a gain of 1. Corkscrews to the 27 for a gain of 2. Short gain for Isaiah Pacheco here. And on the Chiefs here, they do have a key injury. Nick Bolton is going to be out for the Kansas City Chiefs. Big loss for the Kansas City Chiefs, but the Bears don't want to hear that as their starting tackle is out. Former 5th-round pick out Southern Illinois, his backup will come in here. Shotgun snap, Patrick Mahomes gets quick, and Justin Ross, quick out route for a gain of 6. So we see Justin Ross early. That's a good thing for Chiefs fans. Chiefs fans are really excited to see Justin Ross and get him involved early for a nice 8-yard gain here. Great job by Kansas City here, but it's still 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd and short here for the Kansas City Chiefs. A key 3rd down here early in the game. We're going to see, looks like we're going to have Rashee Rice, Justin Watson, MVS, and Travis Kelce here. Sky Moore, so we're going to go empty set for wide receivers. Travis Kelce, Jared McKinnon, will be at the top of the screen, motion back to Patrick Mahomes left in the backfield. Shotgun snap, Patrick Mahomes back to pass, scrambling around, avoids the sack, throws it. Travis Kelce for a 1st down. Nice job, Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes. Something we haven't seen a lot of here in Kansas City. Just tease it here. Very excited to see this 1st down Kansas City. Nice little job by what Kansas City did is that basically what they did is they had all the receivers move to one side, had Travis Kelce move to the right. Everyone else went to the left wide open. And keep in mind, you have a second-year player out of I believe it's Stanford. I'm drawing a blank here, but you have a backup safety in Elijah Hicks here. So the Kansas City Chiefs are going to try to take advantage of that. And I apologize for you Cal Bears fans. He's from Cal. Quick throw to Kadarius Toney. It's going to lose 3 here. So it's going to be 2nd and 13 here. Chiefs are trying a little slip screen here to the top of the field and did not work out. So the Chicago Bears, much maligned here. Don't want to go into too much detail. It's a defensive coordinator resigned earlier this week here. They have Tyreek Stevenson, a rookie on one end, backup safety on the other. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation. So they're going to call it second 11. It's going to be a handoff around top to Zaya Pacheco. Breaks a tackle and gets out of bounds here around the 27-yard line, tackled by Tremaine Edmonds, a big free agent pickup from the Buffalo Bills, signed a massive contract in free agency. Tremaine Edmonds, him and TJ Edmonds are big free agent pickups from this offseason to upgrade the Bears linebacker unit. Big third down here. It's going to be 3rd and 5. Patrick Mahomes shotgun formation. Trips to the bottom of the screen. Justin Watson to the top. Jared McKinnon's into Patrick Mahomes left. Snap. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. Throws across the middle. Dropped. Oh man, dropped by Rashid Rice. He got one hand on it. Wasn't the best throw, but man, I'd like to see him catch that. Mazeman, what's up, brother? Dan, oh my God, what an awesome crazy. I know. It was funny. I was questioning Brandon Staley, and then the Chargers still win the game. Did somebody tell the Miami Dolphins that running the score up does not help in the power rankings? You do not get a BCS bid if you run up the score. The Chiefs punt, it's going to be a fair catch, and it's going to be out at the 2. So a nice coffin kick to it would be the far end of the field, and Justin Fields and the Chicago offense is going to take over with 12:25 left in the first quarter. And let's go over some of this craziness that's happened so far today. What a big time week here. I talked about this earlier, but we got Miami big here. Miami won. I thought this was a misprint, but this is true here. Miami won 70-20. And then in Baltimore, I think there's so many big upsets here. Indianapolis 22, Baltimore 19. I've been saying for a long time, Gardner Minshew should be the starter. Maybe. Cleveland, big at home against Tennessee. Of course, I picked the Titans. And Detroit gets back on track with a nice 20-6 win at home against Atlanta. The Saints were up 17-0 in the fourth quarter. I didn't think much of it. Green Bay comes back to win 18-17 in a wild one in Minneapolis. The Chargers get win number 1 in the season, beating the Vikings 28-24. This is hard to believe. The Vikings, which were 13-4 last season, are going to start the season 0-3. New England wins a defensive struggle here, 15-10. Buffalo just wallops Washington 37-3, and I think this is the biggest upset of the day. Houston 37, Jacksonville 17. CJ Stroud, welcome to the NFL, young man. Welcome to the NFL, young man. Wow, poor Saints. LOL. I love it, Raven. I know. I was really surprised. I know the Ravens are missing a bunch of starters, but I thought it would be enough. It's at home. And the Saints, now keep in mind, Derek Carr went down. And I don't know the situation, but I'll talk about that a little bit on Tuesday. From what I've gathered, and I'll be honest, I really don't know, but the way I understand it, it's a minor injury. He should be back next week. I don't know for a fact. But they were up 17-0 in Lambeau. And by the way, Thursday night's going to be a good one. 2-1 Detroit at 2-1 Green Bay. That's going to be a good one. And we are back to the game here. Bears get the ball on the 2-yard line going right to left on your screen here. Justin Fields is going to be in shotgun formation here. Cole Kmet's going to line up as a slot wide receiver. They motion him to more traditional tight end sense, 2-point stance. It's going to be Fields back to pass, scrambles around, gets the ball. Is this a completion here? Is this a completion to Chase Claypool? If so, that's a nice play by Justin Fields and Claypool, first down. A nice 15-yard out route. Justin Fields scrambled around. Not a smart decision to do in your own end zone. There was a hold there on Karlaftis. His jersey was grabbed. That could have been called a safety. That could have been called a safety very easily. When you see the jersey rip like that, that's usually called. Bears got away with one. 1st and 10 for Chicago at their own 18. Fields is in shotgun formation here. 2 running backs here. They're going to hand it off to Dante Foreman right up the middle, and the big Foreman will get a gain of 5 or 6. I apologize. That is Johnson, a rookie, Rashawn Johnson out of out of Texas. This is a guy I really like. The other running back out of Texas, real good player, real good player. It's going to be 2nd and 5 here. Fields is in shotgun formation here. Darrell Mooney moves to the top of the screen here. 2 wide receivers to the top, DJ Moore to the bottom here. Shotgun and I thought he was going to snap, fakes it, shotgun snap. And it's going to be a handoff right up the middle to Herbert. It looks like he's got a gain of 2. It's going to be it's going to be 3rd and about 3 here. Big 3rd down for the Bears. Nice job by the Bears here. And by the way, Keys, you're right. You're right. Should add the safety. Backup left tackle. That's going to be a big one here. Larry Brorum is starting at left tackle, and that's going to be something to watch out for here. It's going to be 3rd, and they're going to call it 4 here. Fields in shotgun formation, are going to move more from the top in motion to the bottom of the screen. Fields back to snap here. Pressure by Kansas City. Shakes a tackle here, and Fields is going to be – he'll run up to the line of scrimmage. I don't think it's a sack. I couldn't tell, and there's some pushing afterwards. I couldn't tell who got a hold of Justin Fields here. But somebody got some pressure right up the middle. Great job by Kansas City. It's just that they couldn't make the sack here. I couldn't tell who that was. That was Mike Hanna. They show on the replay here. And then Drew Tranquil. I don't think they're going to call that a sack. I think they're going to call it a gain of 1. Nice job by Tranquil, though. So it's 4th and 4. The Bears are going to punt. At least they're in punting formation, as we know from week 1 here. Bears are back to punt. And it's going to be returned at the 18 by Richie James. He gets a nice little juke, gets it outside to the 15. And I apologize. That is not James. That is Washington. And they made a switch and did not tell me. What were they thinking here? Nice job, Montrell Washington. Nice second-round pick originally. Second-year player was originally a 5th-round pick by the Denver Broncos. So Packers really should have beat them convincingly. They dropped so many balls left. I didn't watch that game. The way the YouTube TV set up, I could watch the Jets, Patriots, or I could watch Saints and Packers. They do have a version where you can watch both games simultaneously. I thought about doing that, but instead I really wanted to watch Jets Patriots. Damn, Titans hurt my parlay picks. You know how I feel about parlays. But if it means anything, I did have the Titans winning. But you know how I feel about parlays. I don't know why I'm popping the energy drink. I promise you I don't need it. I had Amazement says Jags have offensive issues too. And I had Trevor Lawrence as my preseason pick to be MVP. When Cam Robinson returns week 5, that's going to help a little bit. I don't know if it's that much, though. I'm a little surprised. Jacksonville is, I thought, maybe the second best team in the AFC. Key says Mims looks like about the only bright spot in Denver right now. You're right. 70? I mean, Jesus Christ. Miami scored 70 without Waddle. Yeah. That's Dan's fault, Amazement. It is. It is. I actually agree, because when you see the jersey, so by the way, if you didn't see the play and you're just watching me live, I do appreciate it, by the way, very much. But Karlaftis' jersey was grabbed. You see the 5 and the 6 moved. Usually when you see that happen, that's usually called. It was happened 5 yards in the end zone. Easily could have been called a safety. Very easily could have been called a safety. Denver's D looks so much worse without Evero. Yeah, I know, and I liked who they got as their. I'm drawing a complete blank on the name 15 minutes into the show, and I already forgot a name. He was the old Denver Broncos head coach, former Colorado Buffaloes quarterback. Okay, so I thought it was a rumor, but Taylor Swift is with Travis Kelce's mom at Arrowhead. Vance Joseph, that's it. Vance Joseph. So Patrick Mahomes is going to be under center. He takes a snap at the 41 here. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. Travis Kelce wide open at the 50-40. Drags the defender down to the 35-yard line. Big gain for Travis Kelce as they are in enemy territory. They're actually in field goal territory right now, but great job by Travis Kelce. He looks fantastic, and I heard the rumors that him and Taylor Swift are dating. I kept on telling everybody it was bullshit. It's not true. It's just fun. Taylor Swift is with Travis Kelce's mom at Arrowhead. I don't believe it. Kind of cool. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation here. Travis Kelce's to his left in the backfield as a running back. Isaiah Pacheco to the right. Fake it, handoff to Pacheco. Patrick Mahomes goes downfield to the center. Wide open. Sky Moore at the 15-yard line. 20-yard completion. Kelce to Mahomes to Moore. I got Travis Kelce in my mind here. Nice play by Kansas City here. Isolated. Sky Moore just ran a simple in. I call it a dig route, just basically a 15-yard in. Kansas City Chiefs inside the red zone. They're already on the 14-yard line here. Kansas City Chiefs have not scored a point in the first quarter all season. That should change this drive here. Patrick Mahomes, shotgun formation, back to pass. Patrick Mahomes looking, scrambling. Doesn't go on past the line. He'll go back to the 15 to 10 outside. Gets to, it looks like just past the first down marker, so it should be first to goal for the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes was waiting for something to develop downfield. It didn't develop. Just went ahead and took what was available, ran out to the right, got a first down. It's going to be first and goal at the 4-yard line for the Kansas City Chiefs. What a great job by the Kansas City Chiefs so far, just moving right down the field. My correction, looks like he stepped out at the 3-yard line. Early on, Patrick Mahomes, 4 out of 6 for 65 yards here. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation. Isaiah Pacheco to his left here. Noah Gray to the bottom of the screen, lined up as a slot wide receiver at the bottom. Travis Kelce to the top. Hand off to Pacheco. He's going to go around to the right side, gets the outside, and nice play by the Bears. Snuffed it out. It's going to be short of a touchdown. And there is a flag on the play here. And that was a big-time hit on Pacheco. We're going to see what's going on with this flag here. And it looks like it's a personal foul against the Bears. So it's going to be first and goal here. And they're bringing over staff. That was a big-time hit on Pacheco, but Pacheco got up. The Bears defender did not. And yeah, that's a helmet-to-helmet hit. That's Tyreek Stevenson, second-round pick out of Miami, a player I really like, a very talented young man, lots of athletic potential. He is still on the ground here, but it looks like it wasn't a concussion, but he's surrounded by the trainer staff. That's very dangerous, by the way, head-to-head. So we're going to go to commercial break here. It's going to be 7:31 left in the first quarter. We are tied at 0. However, it's first and goal on what's going to be just inside the 2-yard line here for Kansas City once play resumes. Amazement says, yeah, Denver actually looks worse than last year. Yeah, and I tried explaining this, that your defense, even though I like Vance Joseph, is going to take a step back, probably. I mean, it's a third defensive scheme in 3 years. And the Sean Payton offense that he ran in Denver is not what Russell Wilson does well. It's not what Russell Wilson does well at all. So I think you're going to have some problems. I really think that you're going to have some problems. So I didn't really think that this would really work out. However, 70? I mean, what the hell here? What Pride 40? Welcome, brother. Aiden Hutchinson is him. So I know I told you I was going to watch the game last week, and I didn't get a chance to watch it. And I do want to watch the game against Atlanta. 6 points. That's a good job. So week 1, Lions defense, great. Week 2, bad. Week 3, great. Week 4. By the way, that Thursday night game is going to be a lot of fun. 2-1 teams at Lambeau. NFC North, first place is on the line. What a great game. Amazement. Carr got knocked out of game 2. Could Woodson start from? You know what? I don't know. I will tell you this: if I was a Tampa Bay fan, I'd much rather go against Winston. But I get what you're saying here. I don't know the severity of the Carr injury. The way I understand it, and they listen. There's we have a lot to go yet. Lot to go, but we're going to talk about this Tuesday, and we're going to talk about it Friday. But I kind of, without knowing more details, I expect Carr to be a starter. I like it usually. Stevenson's up. What said it was his 8th year, but you could be wrong. I don't think it looked helmet to helmet on the replay. And there's another flag, and they're going to motion. Looks like false start on Kansas City. I don't think that was helmet to helmet. If it was, I'd agree. It's not the same as a Sorensen dive tackle against the Browns in a playoff game. Sorensen had to dive, keep the guy out of the end zone, and dove low. That dive was high and was aimed targeting helmet shoulder pads to give the best benefit. That looks like the player actually got hurt hitting this helmet on the camera. It looked like on the replay, it was a helmet to helmet hit. Live, it didn't look that way. First and goal here on just outside the 6 here. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation. Isaiah Pacheco to his right. 2 wide receivers to the top. Travis Kelce to the bottom in the slot. Throw in the end zone to Kelce. Kelce couldn't haul it in. It looks like he got one hand on it. It was Travis Kelce, and I couldn't tell who the other receiver was at the bottom right now. So it was Justin Watson. What they did was a nice little I know what I would call it. Basically, they kind of serpentine each other. I would call that a scissor route. That's what I would refer to it as, but it's probably not the correct term. Patrick Mahomes, empty formation here, but Isaiah Pacheco kind of lined up as a pseudo tight end. Sky Moore from motion, fake the shovel pass to McKinnon. Touchdown, Kansas City! A nice play call, Andy Reid. Jared McKinnon, first touchdown of the year. Kansas City gets on the board first. 6-0 Kansas City, 6:51 left in the first quarter. This is a great play here. What they do is they use Sky Moore in motion. And what they do is they try to move the linebackers with them. Then what they do is Jared McKinnon, who's a running back, lined up kind of just at the tight end spot, at the wide position, just one step back. Once they cleared out the field, it was a nice little shovel pass to Jared McKinnon, wide open. Great play call by Kansas City. The extra point is up, and the extra point is good. We are going to take a 7-0 lead with 6:51 left in the first quarter. Kansas City 7, Chicago 0 as we go to a commercial break. Mazeman says Cards looking good early so far, but of course the Giants were down early. Should I live bet Dallas? They're down to 10 now. I want to tell you yes, but picking a road team by 10 points, it's really, really hard to do. It's really hard to do. I would do that. One Pride. Are you watching the Chiefs game or Dallas? So. Eck has been official since then. Okay. I don't know who Candyman is. I have no idea what Candyman is. Dallas. Okay, so I pulled up DraftKings for you, and I said I'd do that. Right now, DraftKings I think 3.5. I'll double check after this play here. We have a kickoff here, and it's going to go out of the end zone. On DraftKings, you can get Dallas minus 4.5. Candyman is Jerome Booger. He looks like Candyman. Is Candyman a reference to something? Isn't there a movie about that? Broncos country, let's cry. Well, you said you're watching the Detroit game. Well, it's over. It's over. Are you rewatching it again? That's awesome if you are, but yeah. Broncos country, let's cry. That's my comment of the day so far here. Down 7-0 here. Bears have the ball to 25. Justin Fields shotgun formation here. Herbert's going to shift from his right to his left. 2 wide receivers at the bottom of the screen. Cole Kmet wide formation at the hand in the dirt here. They're going to run the ball right up the middle. Nice gain of 7 here for Herbert. Nice job by that running play. And what you want to do here is when you get down early on the road, it's okay. It is a movie. Okay, I was wondering. I've heard. I think an old girlfriend of mine like that. I'm not into horror movies, so I have no idea. When you get down early on the road, you kind of sometimes can go into panic mode. I thought smart by the Bears not doing that. Fields back to pass shotgun formation. He goes deep. They're trying to isolate DJ Moore, who had a rough week 1, but week 2 had 6 receptions. And a lot of people look at that screen pass at the end of the game that was picked off for a touchdown, but they were in position to win that game late. You got to worry about a quarterback like Justin Fields, who has a lot of athleticism, but he just hasn't really put it together offensively. He's been public in complaining. It doesn't, in my opinion, the offense that they have doesn't really work to his skill set. We're going to have to find out what goes on here. They got 2 wide receivers and a key third down to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. Cole Kmet is lined up off the line of scrimmage to his left. They're going to hand the ball off to Khalil Herbert at 35 to the 40, down at the 43-yard line. And first down for the Chicago Bears. And I really like this because, you had to work during the game 1, Pride? You okay? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give you a spoiler alert, but thank you so much for joining me here, man. I really appreciate it. Even though you're watching the Lions game, spoiler alert, they won. So, first and 10 here. Bears at their own 43-yard line. Fields is under center right now. They got they're lined up with a fullback and a running back. Darryl Mooney to the bottom of the screen. DJ Moore to the top. Play action pass. Fields wants to go deep. He's back in the pocket. Got all day. Now he's running around, and he's going to move up to the field. 45, 50, 45, 40. Tackled at the 40-yard line by Drew Tranquill. A big gain by Justin Fields. And what they did here, this is a play action pass. They were trying to take a shot downfield. When it didn't work, he was waiting for something to open up. When it didn't open up, he tried moving around in the pocket, tried to wait, and then just took off. And I really think that they need to do more of this if you're the Bears. Just don't have the guy back there reading. Look, the guy's 230, runs a 4.4, use those wheels to his ability. Normally, I don't like quarterbacks to run. Justin Fields kind of an exception. So they're inside Chiefs territory on the 42 wide receivers at the bottom, 1 to the top here. Backup tight end, and then they hand the ball off. I thought it was I can't tell if that's Johnson or not, or no, that's still Herbert. I love it. No, I get it. I understand, man. I trust me. I really understand. I really understand. I had to work earlier today myself, so I understand. Yeah, Drew Tranquill's taken over, and Nick Bolton is going to be missed in this game. 2nd and 7 for the Bears here. Fields is under center. He's going to hand off to Herbert. Herbert's going to try to go to the outside. Nice play by Trent McDuffie, holding them to a gain of 2. Nick Bolton's going to be out. I thought Kadarius Toney was questionable. He was playing earlier. And then I think there's another Chiefs player that's out. Look for Fields to play so much better with so much criticism this past week. Some of it self-inflicted with him running his mouth about the coaching staff. Well, yeah, you know what I think that he's upset about is that they want him to be more of a pocket passer. That's not really his game. I'll go on that after his play here. 3rd down and 6 here. Fields shotgun formation. He gets the ball here. Pressure by Chris Jones. Sacked by Chris Jones. Huge sack. Takes them out of field goal range. Bad mistake by Fields. Once he saw the pressure, he should have gotten rid of the ball. Didn't do it. What they did with the Kansas City Chiefs, they put Chris Jones as defensive end, 1-on-1 against rookie Darnell. I was going to say Darnell Mooney here, and Darnell Wright is what I meant here. And great job by the Kansas City Chiefs. What they did is they isolated Chris Jones on the rookie. By the way, Darnell Wright's going to be a really, really good right tackle in the NFL for a long time. Is he ready for Chris Jones on 3rd down at Arrowhead? Probably not. And oh man, so the ball bounced. The Bears punted. The ball bounced at the 10. There's a player from the Bears. I couldn't catch the number. Ready to get the ball at the 1. Went right by him. George Karlaftis was right there to make Fields turn right back. Yeah, Karlaftis, even though he quit, seriously, Keys, it was very close that Karlaftis forced the safety. It was very, very, very close. And that's something brilliant. And that's something, to be honest with you, Spags has done like the NASCAR defense where he has defensive ends and he just tries to get more players. What they've done this year is they've taken Chris Jones, even though he's missed all training camp, and they've said, you know what, we're just going to line you up in different formations. Now, remember 2 years ago when Frank Clark was injured, they tried playing Chris Jones exclusively on the outside, and that just wasn't a good idea, but moving Chris Jones around. And one thing they did last year that I thought was just absolutely brilliant is they took George Karlaftis in obvious passing situations on the nose, which I thought was really interesting. But even though I thought he was a little undersized, he's powerful enough that he's able to handle that. And the defense has really worked great. They've done a great job. Now, keep in mind, the Chicago Bears have their starting left tackle, Braxton Miller, who's he was a 5th round pick out of Southern Utah, I believe. It could be Southern Illinois. It's one of those two. I think it was Southern Utah. 5th round pick just came in and became the starting left tackle. That's kind of difficult to do, but that's exactly what happened. Became the starting left tackle day 1 for the Bears. The first time in his career he's missing a game, and what they did is they got backup left tackle. Of course, they have the right tackle, Darnell Wright, 10th overall pick in the draft, and they also have a backup guard. So there are some backups on that offensive line. The Chiefs really need to take advantage of it, and great job by the Kansas City Chiefs isolating Chris Jones 1-on-1 against a rookie to force a pivotal sack, because the Bears were in field goal range, and the Bears, that was a mistake by Justin Fields not getting rid of the ball, because what you need to do is just get rid of the ball. You get a field goal and then score 7-3, and you can go from there. Now you get the Chiefs the ball back, and it's 7-0. It'd be even more effective when the miners. Yeah, exactly. 1st and 10 on the 20 here. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation. CEH is in the game. Patrick Mahomes scrambles around, dips off CEH in the flat. CEH is hit immediately at the line of scrimmage, powers forward for a gain of 2. So it'll be 2nd and 8 once play resumes here. We're approaching 2 minutes in the first quarter. Kansas City is still up 7-0. This is a lot of fun here for the Kansas City Chiefs here. They're showing some graphics on the screen here, if you're not watching, about Travis Kelce's catches versus all the other receptions of all the other receivers. There's a big difference here. Patrick Mahomes, shotgun formation here. They're going to have 2 wide receivers to the bottom, Travis Kelce. CEH gets a handoff, powers forward for a 1st down. And what they were doing is they motioned Kelce up to the screen. And what they're trying to do is get the reaction to put a little to put a little pressure on the secondary. Instead, what the Chiefs do wisely, just hand off to CEH, powers forward for a first down. Very nice play call by the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs 1st and 10 here as the first quarter is winding down here. Travis Kelce and Noah Gregor going to line up to the right side. Both the hands are in the dirt as he line up here. Hand off to CEH. Just old school power football. CEH puts his head down, gets a gain of 2 here. So it's going to be a 1st and 10 at the enemy 33-yard line here as we are approaching under 1 minute in the first quarter here. Patrick Mahomes early on, 6 out of 9 for 62 yards and 1 touchdown. Here's the deal, and I'll touch base on this after this play here. It's going to be 2nd and 8 here. Mahomes in shotgun formation. CEH is still in the game. MVS and Travis Kelce at the bottom. It's going to be Sky Moore at the top. Travis Kelce gets a quick throw. It's going to be a gain of about 5, so we're going to have 3rd and 3. The Chiefs don't have to get a play off before the end of the first quarter. I think the Chiefs are just going to be happy going into the second quarter up 7-0. And that's kind of what we're going to see here. So at the end of the first quarter, it looks like it's going to be Kansas City 7, Chicago 0. 3rd and 2 on their own territory, and we'll have to go from there. Perry, what's up, brother? It's Russell Wilson's fault. Wilson's gone. Sean Payton looks back. Okay, let me address this because this is a fantastic situation. By the way, Perry, I hit up Pete. He did respond when the Chiefs played the Dolphins. The Tuesday show is on Halloween. He says that he has a party he's going to, but he may be able to join the Friday live stream to talk Chiefs Dolphins. That would be very exciting. So hopefully I will get Pete to come on the show later in the year when the Chiefs play the Dolphins in Germany. That's going to be a fun one. About the Sean Payton hire, it's not the Sean Payton hire, it's the Sean Payton Russell Wilson mix. They don't work together. What Sean Payton did in New Orleans with the Saints is completely opposite of what Russell Wilson does well. And a lot of people thought that, Russell Wilson, after playing 13 or whatever it is years in the NFL, he's magically going to change and be able to adapt the offense. Other people were saying that, no, Sean Payton's going to tailor everything around to be completely different. No, you have an offense that is one of the greatest offenses in NFL history. In what Sean Payton did with Drew Brees in the Saints, he's not going to change it. You have Russell Wilson, who's going to make a boatload of money no matter what. He's played the same way his whole career. He's just not going to evolve and change overnight. Look, when you're in the NFL, and by the way, Russell Wilson is going to be in the Hall of Fame someday. You don't tell a future Hall of Fame quarterback, change everything that you've done. No. Are these two going to meet? Probably not. I personally think that Russell Wilson does need to go. You have to go one way or another. And the reason why I say Russell Wilson needs to go is because, you brought him in last year. You were expecting a Super Bowl, nothing even close. You gave up a lot of draft capital. Russell Wilson's going to be 35. He's taken a lot of punishment. How much does Russell Wilson have left? If Russell Wilson was 25 and you had thoughts and feelings that this was going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback, go with Russell Wilson. I think what you do is you gotta move on from Russell Wilson. And I don't know if it's next year or not. I don't know. All right, we're back to the game here. It's going to be 3rd and 2. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation. Trips at the bottom of the screen here. They're going to move Travis Kelce into the slot. Mahomes takes the pass. Going back, pass goes up to be Travis Kelce. First down, Kansas City, a gain of 15. He's claiming he was not touched, but he's going to get a first down as they enter enemy territory. Great job, just Andy Reid and it's Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce just playing pitch and catch here. This was just as simple as it gets here. Patrick Mahomes looked like he was scanning the field, but I think he was just waiting for Kelce just to get open, get the catch, fall down, first down, Kansas City on the 46-yard line of the Chicago Bears. Patrick Mahomes is going to be under center here. We have Isaiah Pacheco, Rashee Rice, and Sky Moore at the bottom screen. Moore in motion, fake the handoff to Moore, handoff to Pacheco around the left side, gets a block right score. 35, he's to the 30. Corkscrews his way to the 26-yard line. Nice run by Isaiah Pacheco. Really great play call by the Kansas City Chiefs. They motion Sky Moore to the top of the screen. Then you take Pacheco, run to the bottom of the screen. Nobody was around. And then Noah Gray got a fantastic block here. I'm trying to see. Actually, Noah Gray got a great block, but Rashee Rice had a wham block, I believe, on TJ Edwards. That's usually a mismatch. Great job by Rashee Rice here. Patrick Holmes under center. Fakes a handoff here, scrambling around to the right. Here he's scrambling around to the right, and he's going to run just out of bounds after a gain of 2. I thought he was going to throw the ball, but he was just trying to get out of pressure here. A nice job by Patrick Mahomes scrambling around to the outside to turn what could have been a big loss into a short gain. The Chiefs are in field goal range, so the main thing you want to do at this point is just not to get a turnover. You're already up 7. Make this a double-digit score game, worst-case scenario. It's going to be 2nd and 8 here. Patrick Mahomes is going to go under center. CEH has entered the game here. 2 wide receivers. Now they go 3 tight ends at the bottom of the screen. Rashee Rice to the top here. Pitch out to CEH. CEH breaks the tackle in the backfield. Gets a gain of 2. Garvin Dexter Jr., 2nd-round pick out of Florida, makes the play. This is a big defensive tackle, guy I really like out of the University of Florida. Makes the stop for the Chicago Bears, preventing only a gain of 2 here. So it's going to be third. Well, actually, they're going to call it 1 here. It's going to be 3rd and 7 here for the Kansas City Chiefs here. It's going to be 3rd and 7 at the 25, well within field goal range. Jared McKinnon enters the game to Patrick Mahomes' right. Patrick Mahomes gets a shotgun snap here. Back center, got some pressure. It's going to check down to McKinnon. McKinnon gets the ball to the 25 to the 20. First down, McKinnon. Group tackled at the 15-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10, Kansas City at the 15-yard line. Great job by Jared McKinnon, because bottom line, this was just a check down. And Jared McKinnon makes a move, and then powers forward for a first down. Great job by McKinnon. And it looks like Jawan Brisker, 2nd-year player out of Penn State, he's down. This is a big loss because you already have Eddie Jackson, the other safety for the Bears. They don't really use a free safety, strong safety type formation. I would probably call Brisker their strong safety. But he's down. So if this is the case, you're going to have 2 backup safeties. That's a big advantage for Kansas City as we go to commercial break. I think Denver's O's will just take some time for 3 games into a new scheme. I say the same with the D. They definitely look worse with Evro there. The continuity would have been good. But I heard Evro and Hackett are really good friends, and Evro wanted to leave when they fired Hackett. You got a new offensive line, new offensive scheme, new defensive scheme, 3 games this season. You could be absolutely right, but it also makes sense. Yeah, it does. It does. I just said the same thing. You have 2 guys that are both going to enter a Hall of Fame doing 2 completely separate, different things for a very long time. And I don't think that you can meet in the middle. Carroll used Wilson the right way. When Wilson rebelled, Carroll got rid of him. Wilson to the Jets. Well, I know that Wilson, the head coach, and I'm drawing a complete, I don't know why I'm drawing such a blank on his name, but the coach that was just fired in Denver is now the offensive coordinator for the Jets, and a large part of it is that him and Russell Wilson couldn't see eye to eye. So no, I don't see that. But now keep in mind there could be some things that change this offseason. But I think if Russell Wilson goes somewhere, it's going to be somewhere where he feels like he can play for a year or 2, not just 1. We're gonna have to wait and see what happens. Indy and Pat working as Travis's wingman, getting him those looks to melt Taylor's heart. I'm kidding. I hope it's a little joke on everyone. I hope to see her at every game and hear about it every week. I'll vomit uncontrollably for the next 17. Keys, it's funny because I kept hearing about it on social media, but I never saw anything. And now seeing her at Arrowhead, it's like, okay, I guess it is real. All right. Play resume here. Patrick Mahomes back pass shotgun formation. Rashee Rice run through the touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown, Kansas City! Touchdown! Mahomes to Rashee Rice. Touchdown! 13-0. 11:49 left in the second. Chiefs! Yes! No! Yes! And they're going to look at this. Was Rashee? Oh, no. It looks like Rashee Rice is just going to be short of his second career touchdown as he was diving forward. They're showing on the replay his knee was down with the ball at the 1-inch line. So it looks like it's going to be first and goal for the Kansas City Chiefs. So seriously, if I was Denver, I would do that. I really would. I would fire sale and do exactly what they did with the Saints. And what they did with the Saints is he had to get his quarterback. He had to get a guy that he was comfortable with. And once you get a guy that you're comfortable with, because I think that's the catalyst is the head coach quarterback combo. You get that first, and the call is reversed here, and it looked like it was. So it's going to be first and goal here for the Chiefs, about at the 4-inch line. So it would have been nice for Rashee Rice to get second career touchdown. Patrick Mahomes shotgun formation, hand off to CEH. And they're not ruling it a touchdown. Now they're ruling it's a late reel, but CEH, Clyde Edwards-Helaire gets the touchdown. I was really excited about the rookie getting his second touchdown, but they spent $99 million. I think they are, but I think that there's a lot of issues with the Bears right now. Keep in mind, remember the story about the defensive coordinator leaving. It's some weird stuff going on with Chicago. Perry asked a great question. Do you think Peyton could develop Zach Wilson? I think he could. Because Zach Wilson's the arm talent is off the charts. It really is. But one thing I've noticed about Zach Wilson, and I was going to make like a little short of this or at least post something on social media, is that one thing about all great quarterbacks is that when they leave the field, they go to their position coach or offensive coordinator, quarterback coach, and they have a tablet and they start going over everything. And I've never seen Zach Wilson do that once. I watched that a lot. I watched him and I'm drawing a blank here. Their star wide receiver. I can't believe I'm drawing a blank on those. Lots of name freezes today. I watched them get into it on the sidelines, and I thought that was a big mistake. They went ahead and just had a spite. It's driving me nuts. I can't remember the guy's name. Number 17 out of Ohio State, rookie of the year. Anyway. They got into it on the sidelines. And I know with Sean Payton's offense, what he really wants is that he wants a pass-first offense. And you need to have somebody it's really funny because there's so many there's so much about the quarterback position that's from the neck up. And one of the things that's really key, that's really overlooked by Patrick Mahomes is that he has almost a photographic memory, and Chiefs coaching staff, Alex Smith, a lot of other players say that. One thing about Tom Brady is that Bill Belichick says like Tom Brady would bring up a play from like 5 years ago that they ran. Peyton Manning was famous for his film work and study, and that's something that I don't think Zach Wilson really has, is the ability just to go through the film and really do the homework. And that's just my impression. And I think that if you run in a Sean Payton offense, I think that's the number one thing. I really think that what he wants is just somebody who you don't need a big arm in Sean Payton's offense, but you do got to be able to dissect defenses really well. I mean, there could be a quarterback. I'll give you a guy who I've been saying this for months. Gardner Minshew, he should be the starting quarterback in Indianapolis. He's not going to. I think a guy like that you could put into Denver's offense and be much more successful. We're back here. The Chiefs are going to kick off. The Chiefs are up 14-0 here, and they're going to kick it out of the end zone, so the Bears are going to get the ball on the 25-yard line when play resumes. 1st and 10 for the Chicago Bears. They are down 14-0. Let's see what the Chicago Bears do here. Mahomes needs a book. Yes, exactly. And that's why I really liked the touchdown. It would have been Rashee Rice's second touchdown in the year. But that's how I see it. And but I do agree with you. He needs to build more chemistry. Those receivers need, they're going to be the future here. They're going to line up in the diamond package, 2 wide receivers here. Justin Fields in shotgun formation here. It looks like it's 2 running backs and a tight end. Fields is going to take the ball to the outside here at the 30. Nice play by George Karlaftis running him down. That could have been a gain of more, but the diamond formation is you have 2 running backs to the side of you, except Cole Kmet to the left as a tight end. They had Rashawn Johnson, 4th-round pick out of Texas. The other running back in Texas, not named Bijan Robinson, really good player in his own right. And then he had Khalil Herbert 5 yards behind Justin Fields. They did a direct run, tried to catch Chiefs off guard. George Karlaftis kept it to a gain of 5. Could have been much bigger. Nice play by Karlaftis. 2nd and 5 here. Fields is in shotgun formation here. They're going to fake a pitch here. Justin Fields running out to his left here. He's running. He's throwing. Nice throw to Kmet at the 40-yard line. It's going to be a 1st down. He corkscrews his way to the 45. Real nice play here. What they did is they faked a pitch to the right, and then they went ahead and pitched it out to. They looked like they were going to pitch it to the right, then they faked pitch to the left, or Fields ran out to the left, and looked like he was going to try to run the ball. Stayed within the system, threw a nice ball to Kmet, so it's 1st and 10 here on the 44-yard line. Good job by Justin Fields there. 2 tight ends here to Justin Fields right. Justin Fields going to go under center. Chase Claypool runs up almost in a tight end formation here and run the ball right up the middle for Rashawn Johnson. Gets a gain of 3, it looks like, so it's going to be 2nd and 7 here once play resumes here. And it's kind of funny because what they did is they basically looked like they're playing with 13 personnel. Chase Claypool, a 6'4", 240-pound wide receiver, almost tight end size. And they moved him in, even though he was in a 2-point stance. Basically, they had 3 tight ends lined up to one side here. And they're using the same formation here. What they're doing is they're lining up 2 tight ends here. Both got their hand in the dirt. On the left side, this time 2 wide receivers to the bottom here in a motion for Moore, who's at the bottom, to be a little further in, or a handoff. Almost the same play here to Rashawn Johnson here. Willie Gay blows it up. Rashawn Johnson slipped, but Willie Gay just blew right through there and forced a short loss on the play. So it's going to be a big 3rd down here. And then here's the deal. The Chiefs just put 8 in the box here. And they got Willie Gay, Drew Tranquil, 2 linebackers that can run. They got 5 defensive linemen. And now we're at 3rd and 7 here. They're going to leave Rashawn Johnson in there, not known for his receiving abilities at Texas, but they were using him a little bit in preseason. Not a terrible receiver, but 3rd and 7 here. Shotgun formation. Justin Fields takes the ball, fakes the handoff here. Chiefs come with the blitz here. Pressure on Fields. Fields runs around. There's a flag down. That's going to be holding, but the penalty is going to be declined here as Justin Fields throws the ball away. The Chiefs came with a blitz. Justin Fields didn't get the read that he wanted, tried to make something with his legs. They called a holding penalty. The Chiefs are obviously going to decline it, so it's going to be 4th and 7. The Bears are going to punt. Great job by the Chiefs defense. First thing that the Chiefs defense did was they took away the read that Justin Fields wanted to go to. They took it away. Then they went ahead and blitzed him, forcing him to make a quick decision, something he's not been able to do here. And they got this Washington kid, and I'll be honest with you, Montel Washington's not somebody that I know a lot about, but he's back there returning a punts. He takes a spin move here, and he breaks a couple tackles, but only gets about 3 yards here. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know too much about this Washington kid other than that I know he was a 5th-round pick, second-year player out of Samford, but he was chosen by the Denver Broncos. They're going to have to show a different look. It was ruled a TD. I saw it. I saw it looked like it was a couple inches short from where I was looking. The way I saw it, it looked like it was short, and I thought it was a great call. He looked about 4 to 6 inches short. It looked short to me. I was cheering. Yeah, we were both cheering for the Rice touchdown because I really think that these wide receivers, them growing and advancing, is the big fit. That's the quarterback that I think Sean Payton would really love. I think Goff would be a perfect fit. And I even though you said Saints, I think you mean Sean Payton. Goff would be, to tell you the truth, I think that would work great. And I have no idea. I'd be kind of interested to see how Russell Wilson will work in Detroit. I'd be all for it. One pride, Goff and Russell Wilson trade. Oh, you meant the Saints. Okay. I think Derek Carr's a great fit for him, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. Some of it is the young guys are going to be in for certain packages, hopefully increasing as the season goes on. So you're just not going to have to work too. I agree. I agree, Perry. I originally thought that the Chiefs would not cover 12.5, and that looks to be a mistake. But early on, we have some good games here. Arizona 15, Dallas 3. And we also have Carolina is up 10-9 with Andy Dalton as quarterback. So they finally call. With Carr injury is over for the Saints. James Winston played the rest of the season. The Saints will be picking top 10. Yeah, I have no idea. You have to tell me. You have to tell me, is the injury serious? Because I have no idea. But we're gonna have to find out. If it is a serious injury, then we're gonna have some problems. But if it's not that serious, then I think he'll play and start. So I literally have no idea. I really have no idea. So I know last I saw, I think it was 8 catches, 87 yards, and a touchdown. You're gonna like this kid. Big fan of Laporta. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, shotgun formation, fakes the handoff to Pacheco. He wants to go deep. He's going to check down to Sky Moore here. He wanted to go deep here, but he ended up checking down, got a gain of 5, so it's going to be 2nd and 5. On this play here, what they did is looked like an obvious run, play action pass. They were trying to go deep. They didn't show what the coverage looks like, but whoever was downfield deep did not get open, so it's going to be second and 6 here. Patrick Mahomes is going to be in their shotgun formation here. Isaiah Pacheco's in the backfield. It's going to be a fake handoff to Pacheco. Patrick Mahomes scrambling around back. He's going to go deep. He's going to throw deep to. Is it a catch to Justin Watson? Is this a catch? It's a catch, Justin Watson! And the Chiefs went deep to Justin Watson. I can't tell exactly what this is. It looks like, if I am correct, this is going to be a 50-yard gain. Big play by the Chiefs here, and I am bad at math today. It's going to be a 36-yard gain. I'm off by a little bit, exaggerating on size here. And this is what the Chiefs really want to do at this point here is it looks like they're trying just to knock the Bears out here. Nice play by Kansas City as they're going to get the ball in enemy territory here. They're going to be on the 47-yard line. And it looks like the Chiefs are calling a timeout. So they're going to call the first timeout of the first half here. I'm not really sure why they're calling a timeout, but yeah, I know he was a 5th-round pick out of Denver last year, but I don't know much about him. I really don't, and it's a little embarrassing. I should know who the starting punt returner is for the Chiefs, but I don't. But I knew he's 5th-round pick out of Stanford, one of these, returner type smaller receivers that has good speed. And he had some great moves, even though he only got like a couple yards, had some really great moves. So Gibbs broke out today. It's awesome. I keep saying it over and over again. You don't want to overuse this guy, but let's see. Big game Thursday night. 1st and 10 here on the Bears 47-yard line. Patrick Mahomes under center, pass to McKinnon. McKinnon's going to throw it back to Mahomes. Mahomes going to throw the ball to Noah Gray, just short of the first down. So the Chiefs get a little crazy here. Noah Gray a little slow getting up. He's not getting up. So what they did was they pitched the ball to Jared McKinnon to the right side of the screen. McKinnon throws the ball back to Mahomes. It looked like Mahomes wanted to go deep. The Bears had that covered. The outlet route was short to Noah Gray for about a gain of 9. The problem is Noah Gray is hurt and is leaving the field. Early on, Mahomes 13 out of 16, 157 and a touchdown. Mahomes under center here, hand off to Pacheco. Pacheco breaks a tackle, gets a first down, powers out to the 33-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 33 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Great job by Isaiah Pacheco here, just fighting for extra yards. Great job here by Kansas City getting the first down. Just taking that hit from his teammate and getting any time at Amber. Oh. No, I'll keep calling. The Cowboy. I guess so, man. I guess so. Patrick Mahomes under center here. 3 tight ends in the game here. Handoff right up the middle to Pacheco. He's going to power forward for a gain of 5. And it looks like what the Kansas City Chiefs did here is they just went ahead and kind of slowed down the pace a little bit here. And it looks like Dallas gets on the board. Apparently, they're going to make this interesting in the desert. It's now 10-15 Cowboys. So Laporta has played well in every game. Lions fans are really going to love this kid. I hate to say it, but it reminds me, he's a Kelsey type of tight end where he's not really going to block. He's just really more of a receiver. Really just more of a receiver. Shotgun formation, trips to the bottom of the screen, hand off to Pacheco to the top. He's going to run to the 25. First down, powers past the 20 to the 16-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. Brian Branch is having a good game. I don't think there's anything to be embarrassed about by not knowing our practice squad. Yeah, I think I should have known that, but thanks, brother. I appreciate that. He did, Perry. So what about slow starts again? Hey, man. Hey, listen, one pride. I've eaten a lot of crow, man. Eaten a lot of crow. I don't mind saying them wrong. I don't mind saying them wrong. 1st and 10 inside the red zone from the 16-yard line. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation. He has Pacheco to his right. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. Going towards the end zone here and overthrows MVS. I think I can't tell if Mahomes was just throwing this one away because there was 2 Bears around MVS in the end zone. So not bad. Not a bad play here. It's going to be 2nd and 10. So worst case scenario, the Chiefs are looking at a field goal. Branch is a ball. Yeah, I thought that was a great draft pick. And another Bears defensive back is down. I can't tell who that is right off the top of my head. They cannot be losing players here. They cannot be losing players. That is a really bad loss for Chicago here. I'm trying to figure out who it is right off the top of my head. I think it's Jalen Johnson, their other starting corner. So if he's out, you're gonna have 3 starters out for the Chicago Bears. That is not good. It kind of explains why Campbell loves golf so much. Did the Cardinals already peak? I have no idea, man. I actually predicted Dallas to cover 12 pretty easy. And for whatever reason, but it looks like they're going to have fun. It is possible. One Pride 40 asks, is it possible the Bears go winless? Absolutely. I don't think they will. I don't think they will. But, they got talent to win some games. So I don't know. He blocked very well in the Chiefs game. Who blocked? Oh, Laporta. I didn't see him block at all. He was used as a wide receiver, and that's what they do in with Kelsey. And Chiefs fans argue with me, Kelsey's a good blocker. And I was like, no, and he's a receiver, and that's what Laporta is. He's a receiver. So, Goff ran for the TD, changed the game. I wish Goff would run more. I didn't watch the game yet, but I'll try to. I said I was going to watch. Last week I said I was going to watch Lions Seahawks. I didn't get around to it. I saw the highlights. I'm going to try to watch Lions Falcons because I'm really kind of excited about Thursday night football. Lions Packers going to be a good game, and it is Jalen Johnson. He's out, so 3 of the Bears starting secondary members are out. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Mahomes in shotgun formation, screen pass to Pacheco. He gets out to the 15 to the 10. Powers just short of a first down here. 2 Bears converged on him, and he powered forward. It's going to be 3rd and short here. Really good job by Isaiah Pacheco getting almost a first down. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm sorry. By the way, One Pride, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I didn't know that. So all I know is I'm going to sleep. 3rd and 1 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes under center. Quick handoff to Pacheco. Gets first down. Powers forward to the 3-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and goal for the Kansas City Chiefs as we go inside 340 in the first half here. And it kind of looks like what the Kansas City Chiefs here is just going to let the clock run down here a little bit. It's going to be 1st and goal by the Kansas City Chiefs. I expect that they're going to use as much clock as they can, try to put the Bears into a possible hurry-up situation. Keep in mind, the Chicago Bears will get the ball first in the second half. 1st and goal here, Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation, Isaiah Pacheco to his left here. Patrick Mahomes takes the snap here, and Isaiah Pacheco was out open. He was one-on-one against Trayvon Edwards, but it would have been interesting if he caught the ball, if he would have been able to outrun Edmonds, even though Edmonds is one of the biggest linebackers in the NFL, has fantastic speed. But there is a chance that he would have been able to outrun Edmonds and score on that play. It's going to be 2nd and goal for the Kansas City Chiefs, 3:08 left in the second. And no sacks on Mahomes today. By the way, the Bears defense got no sacks on Baker Mayfield last week. That's something that they've struggled with, getting pressure on the quarterback. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation here. Moore's motioning to the top of the screen. Patrick Mahomes wide open to Jordan McKinnon. Touchdown, Kansas City! Great job by Kansas City here. What they did is they took Sky Moore, put a motion to the top of the screen, took McKinnon, put him down to the bottom. The Bears defense looked very confused by the motion. Kansas City is up 20-0, 3:05 left in the second. Bears got to have someone their schedule. I would have told you. I seriously would have told you Cardinals, but they're up as we are talking, but that game's going to be a lot of fun. I'm just telling you, that's not what you really want to use him for. He's just going to be a big receiver. I'll watch more of it. That's kind of the thing here. I don't have a problem saying I'm wrong, but you don't draft. You wasn't drafted to block. He drafted to catch, and I won't give you any spoilers, but he had a big game. Sorry, that is a spoiler. The Bears will have a lot of draft capital in this year's draft and could be picking first overall again if they might draft a quarterback in this draft. Well, don't forget, Arizona has an extra first, third, and fifth round pick in this draft. And you know, let's go. I'm going to go to DraftKings just real fast. The score is 15-10. So, I mean, I want to level with you. I'd be shocked if Dallas lost this game. Maybe they don't cover the 12.5 like I thought they would, but I'd be shocked if they lose this game. If it's a situation where they lose, then, seriously, you're right. One Pride, Jimmy G would be insane. He really would. I'd be shocked if the Raiders traded within the division, but I've seen weirder things, man. I've seen weirder things, but but I don't think Russell Wilson fits in that system at all. And I know you could tell me it's going to be, hey, look, it's early in the season, it's going to take some time. I don't think it's going to work. 3:05 left in the second quarter here. Kansas City is up 21-0. Kansas City is just dominating this game here. Justin Fields is going to be in empty formation here. By the way, Justin Fields 2 out of 4 for 29 yards here. Chiefs are showing blitz here. Now they're showing a corner blitz, backing out the corner blitz. And it's going to be, I believe this is going to be a delay of game penalty on the Chicago Bears as the Chiefs. This was a great job by the Chiefs defense. It was a minor thing that you may not have caught, but what the Chiefs did is they were showing blitz, and now the offensive linemen are arguing with each other. So the Chiefs are showing blitz, and they faked corner blitz, back out of it. And as the Bears are trying to adjust for the perceived blitz, it was delay of game penalty here. Fields in shotgun formation, Chiefs showing blitz. They bring pressure. Quick throw out to Herbert. Gets ball to 25 here. Breaks the tackle. Fumbles the ball. Ball still loose here. Willie Gay has the ball. It's Chiefs ball. Chiefs get the ball back. What a self-destruction mode by the Bears. Oh, my God. Chiefs are going to get the ball back in enemy territory, already in field goal range. I can't tell who stripped the ball. What a great job by Kansas City's defense here. It looks like, is this Trent McDuffie? So Trent McDuffie this year, yes, it's Trent McDuffie, has forced 2 fumbles already this season. Great job by Trent McDuffie. And Darnell Mooney had a chance, one of the Bears linemen. He didn't want to die for it for whatever reason. Willie Gay dove for it, and I understand. This just looks bad by the Bears. I mean, don't get me wrong. Trent McDuffie made a great play, but this just looks bad on the Bears. It was a nice play call getting the screen here. It looks like that was the same play that they were going to run. First down for the Kansas City Chiefs on the Bears 26-yard line. Mahomes in shotgun formation, fakes the hand, does take the hand off to Pacheco, tackled in the backfield. He's going to break a tackle. He's going to corkscrew his way, but still going to be a loss of 3 here. Keep in mind, even with loss of 3, you're at the 30-yard line. This is still a makeable field goal for the Kansas City Chiefs. Fields is so bad. He's getting the brunt of the pressure here. But this was a great play by Trent McDuffie. But at the same time, it does look like the Bears are just imploding here. It's going to be 2nd and 14 at the 30. Mahomes in shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen. Kelsey and Justin Watson, or Noah Gray to the top. Mahomes wants to go deep, checks down to Pacheco at the 25. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 23-yard line. So it's going to be about 3rd and 7 here, 2:08 left in the second quarter here. And what they did is they had Noah Gray and Travis Kelsey to the top of the screen. They had, it looked like it was Rashid Rice and Sky Moore at the bottom. And what they were doing is I think they were trying to clear out Noah Gray and try to work Kelsey underneath. Once that didn't work, Mahomes just had to check down because you're up by 21 points. Since we have all the quarterback talk, Dan, when you get to halftime, how about you give us the best head coach, offensive coordinator for every top 10 quarterback in the NFL? Who'd be the best player? Call them for no duplicate coaches, though. That's actually not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Head coach, offensive coordinator for every top 10 quarterback in the NFL. I know most of them right off the top of my head. There are a few I don't know. Who'd be the best play caller for them? Okay, now I'm confused. Kind of hard to defend that trade when you give up 20. Which trade? What trade are you talking about? Oh, so okay. Okay, 70. Okay, yeah. Kansas City is forcing. Yeah, they did, and I love the coverage. Then they got the. Here's what the Chiefs defense did that was genius is that they showed blitz, and that's a Kansas City Chiefs staple. Then when it looked like the Bears adjusted to the blitz, then they faked the corner blitz, and I think it was a fake. Then when the Bears adjusted, the Chiefs backed out of it, and then they went back to the original play, which is the play I think that they ran originally. I think because it's basically the same formation. But by the time all that back and forth, it forced a delay of game. And that was just genius. That was just a genius move. That's like one team playing chess, the other one playing checkers. You can guess what team I think is playing chess. Really, really great job. That's a second forced fumble already. The Bear nightmare. I don't think the Bears win a game to be. No, they're going to win a game. They're going to win a game. I know that Arizona is okay. It's actually 18-10. The Bears are not going winless. They're going to win a game this year, but it may not be. It may not be soon, but they are going to win a game. We are back from commercial break here. 2 minutes left in the first half. Chiefs are up 21-7. It's going to be 3rd and 7 at the 23-yard line. You got Kelsey at the bottom of the screen with Sky Moore and MVS. Patrick Mahomes back to pass, throws the ball, and it's deflected. Jalen Johnson, and there is a flag on the play. Jalen Johnson broke it up here, and he's talking to Sky Moore. Sky Moore and Jalen Johnson are still talking. I kind of like the trash talk, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't know who the flag is on. It's going to be a false start on Kansas City, and Bears are going to claim this, and more than likely you're going to see a Kansas City Chiefs field goal to try to get this up 24 to get this up to 24-0. And they're going to call that on Jawan Taylor, but that's wow. I don't see that. I thought it was a bad call, but 41-yard field goal here to have Kansas City get up to 24. And the kick is up and it is good. It's going to be with 151 left in the first half. Kansas City 24, Bears nothing. I'm not asking you for the best current quarterback, head coach, offensive goes. I'm asking you to give us the play caller that you think would be ideal one to pair with each of the top 10 quarterbacks without duplicating play callers. For example, would you keep Andy with Mahomes or give him a different play caller, which put Peyton with Tua? Who would you like Herbert calling his plays? Keep Taylor with Burrow. God, that's actually, Keys. That would be more of a better video. I'd kind of like to kind of diagram that out a little more. Because I'd kind of like to think about that a little more. I don't know if I could fire that off right off the top of my head. If you can, text or DM me that, and I'll try to put something together for Tuesday. But we have a kickoff here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Are going to kick it out of the end zone. So with 151 left in the first half, it's going to be Chicago 0, Kansas City 24. And let's see if the Bears can do anything. They won't be. It doesn't look like. I mean, Detroit. That was a good defensive performance. against a team that was 2-0 coming into your house. So, but do I think they'll be winless? No, they'll win a game. Fields is going to be in shotgun formation here. They're going to move Kmet from the bottom of the screen to the top. 3 wide receivers. Herbert's to Fields' left here. Pressure on Fields. Fields is going to go down. And Moore just drops it. He was open. That was a catch on about at midfield. And he was against L'Jarius Sneed one-on-one. Got by Sneed. A little bit of a hold by Sneed here. Nice hold, but Moore just drops it. Moore just drops it here, and that would have been a first down at midfield, and that's exactly what Fields kind of needed this time here is a big play, but instead of being 1st and 10 at midfield, it's going to be 2nd and 10, 1:45 left in the second quarter here. Fields is going to be in shotgun formation, Herbert to his right. Fields back to pass, has some time. Tip, intercepted by Mike Edwards. He's going to run it back to the 26-yard line. Mike Edwards, welcome to Kansas City, brother. Free acquisition from Tampa Bay. The ball was tipped. Mike Edwards, Johnny on the spot. Chiefs ball inside Bears territory again. Inside Bears territory again. I can't tell who got this. I think it's Drew Tranquil, but I can't really tell. But basically, I understand what he was doing. This was he was just trying to get it over to Chiefs linebacker here, and I apologize, it wasn't a linebacker. It was Justin Field. He was playing in the box. The Chiefs went to multiple safety sets. And it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs at the 26-yard line, 1:37 left in the half. As Kansas City tries to extend to the lead, 2 wide receivers and Kelsey at the bottom of the screen. Patrick Mahomes back to pass. Rashid Rice at the 20, splits tacklers, gets first down, squirts forward to the 13-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line here. The Chiefs at first look like they're going to go no huddle, but then decide that they can take – okay, they're not going to huddle, but they're not hurrying either, as they are still well over a minute left before the half. Patrick Mahomes takes shotgun snap. Rashid Rice again splits the tacklers, dives into the end zone, but he's going to be short. It's going to be 1st and goal at about the 1-yard line here. Nice job as the Chiefs are targeting Rashid Rice, and I've been telling Chiefs fans all season, yet you're going to like this. You're going to like Rashid Rice. You're going to like this guy. He's a bigger receiver, runs like a running back once he gets the ball. It looks like earlier in the season, he was thinking a little too much, wasn't really comfortable in the offense. They did stop the clock here. I think the Bears took a timeout here. So the Bears the Bears did take a timeout as they want to get the ball back, try to work something out. The Bears do get the ball to start the second half. So, but it's going to be 1st and goal from the Kansas City Chiefs. 1:08 left in the first half. If you are just joining us, Kansas City's up big, 24-0. Nothing has gone right for the Chicago Bears today. Patrick Mahomes, 18 out 24, 201 with 2 touchdowns. When the Bears bring pressure, Patrick Mahomes has been finding the right person. When the Bears drop back, Patrick Mahomes has been scrambling. Chiefs have been able to run the ball, and offensively, it's just been a complete disaster. Patrick Mahomes in shotgun formation at the 1-yard line during a motion Kelsey to the inside. It's going to be a direct handoff to Isaiah Pacheco. He just powers right into the end zone. I'm not going to scream and yell. I mean, it's anticlimactic here, but I am going to do it anyway. Chiefs touchdown! Yes! Chiefs are up 30-0. They show a picture of Taylor Swift. This sounds so mean to say, but man, Travis Kelsey upgraded in girlfriends. And they're showing a clip of the Bears on the sidelines, and they just look shell-shocked. Kansas City 30, Chicago nothing, and they're going to kick an extra point. And Denver said that Denver scored 70, so Kansas City – No. I'll do it live Tuesday. I just kind of want to think about it. I think it'd be a great thing to talk about Tuesday. Taylor looked like he hugged the player's leg. Probably a good call. Herbert with the 49ers might be unstoppable. That's a great fit, to tell you the truth. I'll be honest with you. I think that Denver and the Chargers should switch coaches. Because I think Sean Payton with a guy like Herbert would be almost unstoppable. I would love to see Sean Payton, like, obviously not in the AFC West, but Herbert on the Niners would be a lot of fun. Herbert's a really, really good. One thing about Herbert is that he's underrated athletically. If you watch my show enough, I have a huge man crush on Justin Herbert. I don't care if he plays on the Chargers, not a great player. Chiefs are going to kick off here, and they're going to go out of the end zone. So with 1:06 left in the first half, the Bears down by 31. Miami scored 70. It looks like Kinsey's trying to top it. And the Bears offense is going to come back on the field here. And just the body language, they are a combination of shell shock and defeated. And it just looks bad here. The offense looks like there's no life in them whatsoever, but they're going to try to get something going. They do get the ball first in the second half. So Kansas City is looks like Kinsey's playing. They're not playing prevent defense, which I'm kind of surprised at. Fields in check information. Kinsey bringing a safety blitz. It's going to be a check down to Herbert. He's going to get the ball at the 30-yard line. I'm sorry, it's Rashawn Johnson, the rookie out of Texas. And he does get out of bounds. It's actually a nice play by Rashawn Johnson because he caught the ball almost at the line of scrimmage, moved forward, powered his way out of bounds after a gain of, they're going to call it 6. So it's going to be a 2nd and 4, 59 seconds left in the first half. And the Bears are just going to try to get something. The key here is if you're Chicago Bears, you want something to build on going into the second half. Empty formation here. Justin Fields ready for the shotgun snap here. He gets the snap here. Chiefs just bring 4. Fields got time. He's going deep here. He's got Chase Claypool, but he is covered by Joshua Williams, switched his number from 22 to 2 this year. Or was he 23 last year? Yeah, he's 23. Now he's 2. And that 2 looks good. And this actually, to tell you the truth, Claypool had a step and he motioned his hand up because he wanted the ball deep, and this was underthrown by Justin Fields. But he did have a step here, but once he turned around, he wasn't too far ahead of Joshua Williams, very talented second-year corner out of Fayetteville State. So it's going to be 3rd and 4 here. And the last thing the Bears want to do is punt right before half, even though I'd be doubtful that it's going to be snapped, and it's another delay of game on the Chicago Bears here. And the Bears are starting to become unraveled here as there's some pushing and shoving here. But another delay of game here as Justin Fields, I'm not really sure what he was trying to change or adjust on the play, but he just looks completely out of sync. Another delay of game penalty. So instead of 3rd and 4, it's going to be 3rd and 9. And it's going to be interesting here. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here because with 52 seconds left, if the Bears have to punt, the Chiefs could, if they really wanted to, move downfield, but I kind of doubt it here. It's 3rd and 9 here. Fields in shotgun. They're just going to bring 3. Still gets pressure. He goes deep and overthrows DJ Moore. Just terrible throw. Just throws it out of bounds here. And with 47 seconds left in the first half, the Bears are going to punt. I'm kind of thinking the Chiefs just take a knee, but at the same time, they may decide to just, put it to the Bears early. For those of you who are Chiefs fans, 47 seconds is more than enough time, especially with 2 timeouts for the Chiefs. And that punt was almost blocked. So they're going to return this at the 27. Washington's going to get to the outside, cut back into the middle, 30, 35, down at the 35-yard line. And it's going to be 35 seconds left in the first half. And I'm letting you know right now, I know it may sound crazy if you're not a Chiefs fan to understand this, but with 35 seconds left and the Chiefs at the 35-yard line, it's not inconceivable that the Chiefs may want to get aggressive here and try to move the ball in the field goal range. I understand the difference between 31 and 34 may not seem like that big of a deal, but Kansas City Chiefs have no reason to let up, at least in my opinion. But we're going to find out here. Trips to the top of the screen here. Sky Moore to the bottom here. They're in motion. Noah Gray. They back up to slot. Mahomes back to pass here. He's scrambling around. He's going to take off. He's at the 40, 45, 50. So he gets a gain of 15 on the ground here. 27 seconds left in the first half. And the Kansas City Chiefs are going to stay aggressive here. And why let up? But what the Bears did is they just rushed 4, and the Kansas City Chiefs were trying to move the ball. I like the fact that they were being aggressive. They didn't see anything. Mahomes just took off at midfield here. 27 seconds left in the first half. Mahomes in shotgun formation. Jared McKinnon to the top, motioning to Mahomes left, motioning to the top. Mahomes going to go back to pass. He's going to throw the ball deep. Wide open is MVS, and MVS is going to walk into the end zone. There is a flag on the play here. We're going to see what the flag is, but MVS just scored on a 50-yard touchdown, and we're going to wait and see what the flag is. This was crazy. There was nobody around MVS. This was it's another false start on Kansas City. The touchdown is erased, and this is an illegal formation against Juwan Taylor. Second penalty on Taylor for the day, and Taylor is eyeballing the wide receiver or eyeballing the coach. And what they're saying is that he was not lined up on the line of scrimmage, and I don't get it, man. That looks like a real ticky-tacky call. But anyway, it's going to be 1st and 15, 18 seconds left. Patrick Mahomes is going to go back to pass. He's going to throw the ball in the middle of the field here. It's going to be Justin Watson at the 40, just short of a first down. But and Patrick, no. And Patrick Mahomes is getting up limping. He is favoring his right leg. He is not feeling he is limping. There's a flag on the play here, but Patrick Mahomes is holding his knee. This is not good, folks. You're up 31-0, and Patrick Mahomes is not. They're going to show the replay here, and it is his right knee. What happens is Ngannou just runs to the back of his leg here, and this isn't a dirty play. It's just he fell. It looked like he fell on Mahomes' ankle. He fell awkwardly on Mahomes' ankle, and Mahomes is going to stay in, but he's not moving around very well. It's 1st and 10, as there was a penalty on the game. I apologize, also distracted by the Mahomes injury, but it's going to be 11 seconds, 1st and 10. Little quick slant to Gray. It's going to be incomplete. So 8 seconds left in the first half. The Chiefs are well within field goal range. Mahomes is limping around a little bit, so it's not a bad injury. But anytime you see Mahomes not walking around very well, I don't like it. I'm kind of surprised that the Chiefs are continuing being aggressive here. But with 2 timeouts and 8 seconds left, what you're going to see is 2 wide receivers at the bottom of the screen, Sky Moore and Travis Kelce to the top, CEH to Mahomes' right. Mahomes in shotgun formation. Quick throw here to Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce is going to cut upfield to the 20, fall down, and with 3 seconds left in the first half, Kinsey is going to call a timeout and kick a field goal to try to go up to 34-0. Anyone checking DG? There probably isn't enough alcohol in Alabama to get through today. I up big after, well, you know what? They're almost there. I mean, 34, that's almost half. Who struggles with life? oh boy. Oh, this is a good one. Top 5 head coaches on the hot seat. Matt Eberflus with the Bears, probably number 1. It's 38-yard field goal here, and the kick is up, and good, thank God. Whew. And the Chiefs are up 34-0 at half. 34-0 at half. I'm going to level with you, Keys. Right now, I'd say Matt Eberflus, the head coach of the Chicago Bears. This just looks like a disaster. The new offense that they're running, the team looks like they're imploding. I'm gonna read some comments and then I'm gonna touch base on this because this I want to go over at half. Real fast, I'm gonna switch over to DraftKings, give you an update at halftime. Carolina talking is hard. Carolina 13, Seattle 12 in Seattle at half. Looks like third quarter is going to start soon. And at halftime, Arizona 21, Dallas 10. So we got some good games here. Top five coordinators. I'm gonna go with the head coaches here. Herbert is getting wasted with the Chargers. I think he's getting wasted with Brandon Staley. And it was funny. I commented earlier, Brandon Staley on 4th and 1 went for a dive play. It didn't work. And I was positive that Minnesota was going to win that game. I missed the final seconds. I don't know exactly what happened, but Minnesota's 0-3. Now, Kevin O'Connell, I think is safe. Even though he's 0-3, that's not good, especially for a team like Minnesota that won 13 games here before. But Brandon Staley at 1-2 is a guy I also think's on hot seat. James, welcome, brother. I can't believe Green Bay won. No. It's funny because in my neck of the woods, I could watch Green Bay Saints, Jets, Patriots. I wanted to watch Jets and Patriots, and there was an option. I had to work earlier today, so there was an option to watch both games simultaneously, but it would be I couldn't use the DVR feature, and I would have to go live. And I wanted to watch the whole Jets Patriots game. We're going to play the Jets next week, and so I kind of wanted to watch the Jets play as I do play. But believe it or not, when I do play by play for these games, I actually do a little bit of research on the other team, even though I've gotten a few names wrong. But so I kind of wanted to watch the Jets. And then I kept on seeing the 17-0, 17-0, and it was 17-0 for a while. Then I saw Derek Carr was out, and I was a little worried. I was like, "Oh no, Derek Carr is out. This isn't good." But I didn't really think that they would lose the game. I really didn't think they would lose the game. And literally, I just saw I saw the ticker go from 17-0 to 18-17. So from my perspective, the Saints gave up an 18-point touchdown. So I have no idea how Green Bay did it. I can't wait to watch that. So yeah, I wouldn't play prevent. You absolutely don't want them to double up. By the way, Keys brings up a good point. A 31-0 lead could have easily gone 31-14 if they get the 7, because you get the 7 and you double up the 31-14 game with momentum. You never know what's going to happen. So yeah, that's a great call. It may not sound like it, but the score being 34-0, but yeah. I wouldn't want to be a Bronco fan either. It's going to be a long year for Denver. It really is. And I think this offseason, they need to figure out what to do. Because I think you can't be happy. Here's the deal. I really think that if you're Denver after this year, I think you got to do something different with the quarterback situation. I'm going to blame Russell Wilson. And can you move Russell Wilson and get something? That would be the question. Is there a team that would take Russell Wilson and say, hey, look, we can be better? God, I'm sorry. My throat is killing me today. By the way, if you're reading these comments by Keys, it may sound like Keys is being a homer, but George Karlaftis has been held several times where his jersey, he was held in the end zone. His whole jersey number was pulled off to the side. Normally, even though you could call holding on almost every single play in the NFL, that was exceptional. That was very, very exceptional. That they were calling the hold on George Karlaftis, that they ignored that, and he has been held several times. But yeah, George Karlaftis is really affecting this game, even though it hasn't shown up in the stat sheet. Yeah, they're letting the players play. Normally, I like that, and I can't complain about 34-0 lead either. If Carr didn't get injured, I think the Packers. Oh, I agree. I agree, Barry. I 100% agree because I know it's 17-0, and then they put Winston in there, and I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but yeah. I understand. Yeah, Keys says super obvious holding calls makes him not. Yeah, I get it. I think Fields. Well, I think the Bears. Look, let's just be honest here. The way things are going, Eberflus is not going to keep his job. I mean, that just looks like a disaster. That's probably Keys asked a great question earlier, and I'm gonna touch base on this here if I have enough time at half because I do want this is a great one. Eberflus is number one. You cannot be this bad year two and keep your job. And bottom line, when they bring in a new coach, the question they're going to ask in the interview process. By the way, if you're not aware, a head coach interview, they usually do 2 or 3 of them, but usually they take several hours. And the reason why I remember Andy Reid, he was a quarterbacks coach in Green Bay. The reason why he was like Philly's, they brought in like a bunch of guys they didn't want to interview. He was like Philly choice number 7. So Andy Reid brings this binder in, and he had like top 10 coordinators, position coaches, free agents, and he was so organized, and he had a complete detailed of how everything he wanted run that the Eagles were like, yeah, even though he was about option number 7, the Eagles gave him the job. When you have when you're hiring a new head coach, one of the first questions they're going to ask is, what do you think about Justin Fields? Can you work with him? What kind of an offense do you want to run with him? Now, keep in mind, General Manager Ryan Poles, I think, will also be gone. I think that you're going to clean house. And if you do clean house, do you hire the head coach first or you hire general manager first? Most of the time you bring in a general manager, and then the general manager bring in a head coach. So you have to figure that out. But let's just go with the head coach. The head coach and the general manager are going to be asked the same questions. They're going to ask, can we work with Fields? And if you say no, the question is, what do you do? Because you have to either bring in a veteran, go through free agency, or you have to draft somebody. And more than likely what you're going to do if you're Chicago is you're going to bring in a veteran to cover, but then you want to draft somebody. Probably a situation very similar to what the Colts did when they brought in Gardner Minshew and then drafted Anthony Richardson. And more than likely that could happen. But if one of the breaking points may be the Bears say, hey, look, we really like Justin Fields, we're going to blame the offensive coordinator. Okay. Well, what can you do with him? And that might be something that's a sticking point. As far as a potential head coach for Chicago, James, it's kind of obvious who at the top of the list should be. It should be Lions offensive coordinator. It'd make a lot of sense. With all the talent supposedly in the draft next year, I think it's going to be hard for quarterbacks like Fields and Lance, even decent vet quarterbacks that are flood quarterback talent out there. Something's got to give. I agree completely, Keys. I completely agree, and that's why I think, like, if you're the Bears and you're picking first or second, why not go with a why not take a quarterback? And the thing is, though, even if you get like a 4th round pick or something like Justin, I'll be honest with you, I don't know if there's a team that would even want to give a 4th round pick, because Fields is a guy who looks like he can do one thing, and that's run. And how many offenses out there? I mean, maybe Baltimore, would Baltimore give up a 4th? It'll be very interesting to see what they can do. But it's going to be something that we're going to talk about like a lot when we get into the draft. It's going to be a lot of fun. The Bears look like they are just completely falling apart. It's scary because it looks, yeah. I know you did. I got to keep the offense out there just to make sure George loses his Mahomes passing. That was a great guest. He was just fantastic. So as you know, by the way, if you're not aware, when before the show comes on, I talked to the guest and George is like, man, I don't want to go on for 2 hours. Let's just wait too long. And I was like, we'll keep to like 10 hour or whatever. And I don't know if you caught it during the interview, but he's like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm having fun here. I'm having fun. And he stayed on for 2 hours and then he messaged me back. But one of the secrets about coming on my show is that I really need to do like an after hours edition because some of the stuff we talk about off the air is so much better. We had this really long, it wasn't long, but I kind of don't want to go into detail. I don't want to get in trouble, but we had a conversation about something we completely agree on. It's something revolving around sports betting. And I was like, I don't want to bring up this subject. And he was 100% on board. And I thought it might be a problem. But it was this great conversation that we had that I can't talk about. It was, I probably couldn't a little bit. But as a YouTube channel trying to get monetized, I'm going to kind of keep things, But it was such a great conversation that we had before the show started, and then some of the stuff we talked about afterwards. It's one of these days I gotta have like an after hour show or something. But which teams do you think will be a top 5 in the draft? Well, I don't care what the score is right now today. I would still think Arizona as of right now. Arizona and Chicago look like the 2 worst teams in football. Even if Arizona wins, I think that they could be picking 1 and 2. I have to watch what happened with Jacksonville and Houston, but that blew me away. But this is 2 weeks in a row that Jacksonville's offense looked bad. And they have to figure some things out. The Jets, that defense is so good. I love Breece Hall so much. Garrett Wilson was the receiver I was trying to think of. I mean, there's so much talent on that team, but that might be a team that picks top 5 that could enter into the offseason and say, hey, look, we're ready. Trying to think here, some other teams here. I think Denver's going to end up with a top 5 pick. I mean, that just looks disastrous. All right, so we started the second half. Here. The Chiefs are going to kick off to the Bears, trying to keep the shutout around. If you are just tuning in, the Chiefs jumped out to a 34-0 halftime lead, and the Bears are going to get the ball first and 10 on the 25. And if you just tuned in, the Bears are just in complete self-destruct mode. They are doing almost nothing right offensively or defensively. A couple turnovers. They look completely out of sync. The Bears players just look defeated. Just the body language, like their heads are down. There's no bounce in their step, but we'll see what they can do. Fields is going to line up in shotgun formation. He's got Herbert to his left, Blasingame, the fullback, to his right, 2 wide receivers, and the tight ends in 3-point stance. They're going to just run the ball with Herbert. He's going to bounce to the outside here. He's going to power forward after a gain of 7. Nice run play. As what they did is it was pretty basic run play, just an off tackle play. The tight end was lined up in a 3-point stance on the right side, and what they did is just had the fullback move to the right. Tight end block down, and Patrick Mahomes just run right through there. So second and 3 here, as the Bears are just trying. What you're trying to do is you're not really trying to win the game here. If you're Chicago, you're just trying to get some things to go into next week. That's the truth. That's the truth. 2 wide receivers here, Fields and shotgun. Willie Gay's going to blitz. He avoids the blitz by Willie Gay with a nice spin move, but Mike Hanna's there for the sack. Mike Hanna's second sack of the season. Nice player out of Michigan, fifth-year player, spot rotation player. And he's a guy that I really like a lot. Just when he's on the field, puts pressure. This is a great play call here. The Chiefs still playing aggressive on defense. And what they did is they blitzed to the left side, which you have the backup left tackle there. He went ahead, picked it up great. Fields made a nice spin move, but Mike Hanna's right there. So it's going to be 3rd and 7 here. Fields in shotgun formation. Trips to the bottom of the screen here. Cole Kmet, the tight end, he's going to move up to the slot to the top here. Fields is going to go ahead, take the snap, drops it off quickly to Herbert, who's stopped immediately by L'Jarius Sneed behind the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 4th and 8. The Bears get the ball back to start the second half and quickly go 3 and out. I agree with that, Keys. So he's talking about the play at the first half. So I think Kansas City needs to draft O-line and wide receiver in the draft. We're going to, hey, Perry, man, you know this. We're going to talk a lot of draft stuff here. Lot of draft stuff here. The Bears here with 13 left in the third quarter are going to punt down 34-0 here. Washington running forward. It's a bad punt. Calls for a fair catch. Gets the ball after a short punt. Chiefs are going to take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line here once play resumes here. Chiefs up 34-0 with 12:54 left in the third quarter here. Yeah, we're gonna talk a lot of draft stuff here. So you're at the right spot, Perry. You're at the right stop. Quiet. Yeah, I have a hard time. I just have a hard time. Yeah. I don't mind seeing Herbert. I'm just trying to think what quarterback Dable would be dangerous with. Oh, that's okay. I see. I was kind of because so here's the thing, right? Dable was really successful with Josh Allen, who was a raw quarterback. And there's some success with a guy like Daniel Jones, but if I'm being perfectly honest with you, you know what would it would never happen. But you know what I think would be maybe the best situation. This is going to sound almost comical, but I think it would be the best situation for a guy like Justin Fields. That's the guy I think Dable could have a lot of fun with, because a lot of people forget that Josh Allen's first 2 years in the league, he was not good. But you give Justin Fields a guy like Brian Dable, I think you could work with that. That's a guy I would like to see, but would you be able to switch Daniel Jones? It wouldn't be. I'd like to see the Giants, and it'll be interesting to see what they do, because I don't think that they're going to go to the playoffs. And I don't think Daniel Jones is the answer. So that's a possibility. But one thing is that they like doing these. I think a guy like Jalen Hurts would be a lot better, because it looks like you have these power runs. So where you get a guy like Jalen Hurts, who's a lot bigger, a lot more physical. So. No, I don't. I think the Vikings are going to get things turned around. They're a very good team. I don't know who they play next. I know in 2 weeks Kansas City comes up in Minneapolis. I don't expect them to win. So this is going to be so much fun. We're back to the game here. Chiefs up 34-0. 1st and 10 here at the 36-yard line. Mahomes in shotgun snap. He's going to hand off to Pacheco. Touch behind the line of scrimmage. Pacheco bounces out to the outside. Going to lose 2 yards here as Chicago stuffs the run nicely here. Great job by Chicago Bears. And Juwan Short, the $80 million right tackles on the sidelines. And this is not a good thing. But Juwan Short, the Chiefs gave a 4-year, $80 million deal to. He is out. And the Chiefs, I can't tell who's his replacement. I'm pretty sure I know who it is. I just want to find out for sure here. And a quick throw to Kelsey. It's going to be a 3rd and 6 here once play resumes here. But this was a nice short route here, a little pitch and catch with Mahomes and Kelsey, as they had Tremaine Edmonds on Kelsey, an obvious mismatch. And anytime you put linebacker one-on-one against Kelsey, you got to take full advantage of it. But I'm drawing a blank on. I should know who that is. The name escapes me. It's number 79. I'm just drawing a complete blank. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's Donovan Smith. Mahomes down the field here. Wide open. MVS catching the ball at the 25. Cuts back inside. Cuts back inside. And I'm drawing a complete blank here on who the tackle is that's replacing Juwan Short. It's actually Prince Taya Wangago, and I'm going to butcher that name, so I apologize. I should have had that because he's a player out of Auburn who I really like. I remember he slid to the 6th round, signed with Kansas City, has some upside, and now he's getting a chance to play here. Pacheco right up the middle here, and what the Chiefs are doing is just, even though they had a big play downfield, they're just going to be a little conservative here. Daboll with Allen or another mobile. Well, that's who he did a lot of help with. Wilson could. I actually wouldn't be surprised, but you have to figure out how to make that contract work. Going through some comments here, but to be honest, officiating games, college NFL has been terrible this weekend. Staley, I mean, they did win, but he's on the cusp here. Pacheco is going to get the handoff here, and he's going to power right up the middle here. He's going to he's going to gain a 2 here. By the way, Patrick Mahomes 22 out 29, 263, 3 touchdowns, and just doing a fantastic job. I was watching Iowa Penn State last night. I saw a video reverse an obvious backwards pass to an incomplete, that an 18-yard difference. I get making mistakes in real time, but video review. When is it? Yeah, I get it. Who would want to go to a Bear? There's lots of people who would love to go to the Bears, but I don't know how many people want to work with Justin Fields. 3rd and 3 here, shotgun formation with the Chiefs. Mahomes scrambles out to the left here. Quick throw here to Sky Moore. Sky Moore's going to corkscrew his way after he gets the first down to the 10-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and goal for the Kansas City Chiefs. Johnson, which Johnson? No Bieniemy, head coach love. I think, to be honest, after last week, I think there was lots of love. This week, it's 3. But it'll be interesting to see here. By the way, that's another guy I think that's really, really on the hot seat. I think that gets fired. Drawing a blank here. But anyway, 1st and goal here on the 10. Mahomes in shotgun formation. Back to pass. He's got some pressure. Throws the ball away here. And Justin Ross is kind of sort of in the vicinity. You could call intentional grounding here because he is in the pocket, but I don't think they will. As far as Bieniemy being head coach after last week, I would have said yes. After this week, after scoring 3. And the Washington, whatever you want to call it, drawing another blank on his name, but no way I feel like Ben Johnson should see. I'll be honest, one pride. Ben Johnson to the Bears makes a lot of sense. 2nd goal here, Mahomes shotgun formation. It's going to be a handoff to Pacheco. He's going to bounce it. He was in the outside, bounce it outside, powers at the 1. There was a flag down late after everybody piled up. It'll be very interesting to see who this is on. It usually when you throw a flag like that, it's a personal foul. It's going to be a face mask. It's going to be 1st down Kansas City at the 1-yard line. Usually when it's a flag like this, it's late. And this was a obvious face mask here by Brisker. It's good to see him back on the field. He was injured earlier, but commits a crucial penalty. Maybe I shouldn't say crucial. It's 34-0, but it's going to be 1st and goal here. 8:40 and the clock is ticking for the Kansas City Chiefs. So Kansas City Chiefs 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. Patrick Mahomes under center. 3 tight ends now shifting towards the right. Isaiah Pacheco in the backfield. Pacheco is going to get the handoff, tackled behind the line of scrimmage here. Nice job by the Chicago Bears stopping this here. I think Ben Johnson to the Bears just makes a lot of sense. If AG delivers a Super Bowl victory this season, he can go wherever he wants. That's another guy. I was very critical of him. And after last week, it looked justified. This week, I don't know. Seriously, I really need to do there maybe a different platform. Mahomes in shotgun formation here. Sky Moore motioning from top to the bottom here. Patrick Mahomes scrambling, throws it to the back of the end zone, trying to hit Justin Watson in the corner, overthrows him. Great coverage by Jalen Johnson here as the Bears actually had that read perfectly. Bieniemy need to do well with Washington to get head coaching job. Ben Wolf, I don't agree with that at all. No, I think Ben Johnson's a hot name. I don't know if Aaron Glenn is or not, but I think both of them will take their own spots. I don't think they'll follow each other at all. It's going to be 3rd and goal here. Patrick Mahomes shotgun formation here. He's going to take the snap, throws the ball at the back of the end zone. Travis Kelce, touchdown, Kansas City. And Taylor Swift is going. Yeah, it's funny. Taylor Swift's yelling louder than I am. Oh God, you know what? I'm not a big fan of celebrities because I think a lot of what they do is fake. But she looks like she is legitimately having fun at Arrowhead. And you remember when Jessica Simpson was at the Cowboys games and they would lose? Well, it looks just the opposite here. So Taylor Swift is welcome at Arrowhead anytime she wants. Kansas City Chiefs are up 40-0 for an all-important extra point to make sure they can go over 41. And the kick is up and good. It's going to be Chiefs 41, Bears nothing with 7:40 left in the third. Another Chiefs channel starts audio 3 to 5 minutes for his live stream and ends it a couple minutes after, so you get to hear him with this guest kind of chat. Yeah, I might need to do something like that because I've had some great conversations with Luke G after hours and before the show. Me and George had this great conversation. Here's the thing. The conversation that me and George had, I don't want on YouTube. But I've toyed around with getting on Rumble, and I haven't really looked into it yet, but I know Rumble allows a lot of stuff YouTube doesn't. And the conversation that me and George had, and it's one I would love to have an extensive conversation on. And I think I need to stop that rant, but me and you have had some great conversations on and off YouTube. Me and Big Chief Sean had one. Me and Luke G have had some great conversations off the air. Me and Luke G no joke. If there's time after a live stream, there was one show, me and Luke G, I think talked for like almost 2 hours after our show. And I can't remember if it was his show or my show, but it was like a 2-hour conversation. So yeah, I thought about, seriously, I really should do something like that because some of the conversations I've had off the air are just fantastic. All I know is that the Bears will ruin another quarterback. Yeah, after that comeback from behind win, I really thought they'd make things interesting. They did not do that. I thought they might take a step back and not so much. They were 9-8 if I remember right last year, so I wouldn't be surprised if they were an 8-9 win team. But I really just don't. I really just don't see them being a playoff team this year. So, but yeah, Patrick Mahomes, 48 career touchdowns to Travis Kelce, most by a quarterback wide receiver duo in Chiefs history. As long as Denver drafts a Ryan Leaf redo, I am good. When the Lions were bad with Campbell, you never seen body language like you're 100% correct. One Pride. And by the way, Chiefs kick off and it's going to go out of the end zone. So the Bears are going to start at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 when play resumes. 7:40 left in the third. And yeah, and by the way, you're 1,000% correct. This isn't One Pride 40 being a Lions homer here. I'm behind on comments. So I apologize. I'm going to read all the comments here that I can, but yeah, when the Lions were bad, you never saw body. I mean, seriously, nobody looks this. You don't want to see a team like this. This is a situation where heads. Keep in mind the defensive coordinator left the team this week, but this is just bad. And right now, the Bears, they just lined up in a I formation and did a pitch to Rashawn Johnson, the 4th round pick out of Texas in this year's draft, a player I really like, even though he was a backup in college. And there's no urgency. They're not trying to win the game. They're just trying to get something going here. Justin Fields is in shotgun formation here, and it looks like they're almost treating this like preseason. I don't even know who 18 is. I think he's backup tight end. It's another handoff to Rashawn Johnson. Makes a nice move in the backfield, powers forward, just going to be short of a first down. And what you're seeing here from the Bears is that they're just putting backups in. They're just trying to get something generated, trying to get some enthusiasm as they go into next week, because this game's over. And 3rd and 1, they do the scrum play that is so popular, and the Chiefs jump on the ball, but Justin Fields is going to power forward for a first down for the Chicago Bears here. I remind myself to enjoy Andy and Pat and Travis in our AFC West. Yeah, it's just you're 100% correct, Keys. All dynasties come to an end. Do Denver still have? Yeah, Denver has their first round. That's a great question, Perry. That is a fantastic question. I have no idea. Travis Kelce, by the way, 7 catches, 69 yards, and 1 touchdown. 1st and 10 for Chicago Bears at the 35-yard line. Shotgun formation, fakes the pitch out, scrambles out to the left. He wants to go deep. Now he's just going to run here, and he's going to be tackled by Dana after a gain of 1, it looks like. It looks like what they're trying to do is catch Chiefs nap, and it looks like they wanted to take a shot deep. I don't get it, because it looks like what they're trying to do is trying to develop some offensive continuity. Then it tried to look like they get a cheap shot, and then it didn't work. Perry, this is a fantastic question. 2nd and 9 here for the Chicago Bears here. At their own 37-yard line, 2 wide receivers to the top, two at the bottom. Herbert is now in the backfield. No, it's Rashawn Johnson. I'm sorry. It's a handoff to Johnson, and he's going to power forward for a gain of 4. Gay and Dana, did they give up? No, they didn't. No, he's not. I just had my Randy Frey. I don't think Fields is comical, but when you're talking about Josh Allen, I was thinking about Fields, to be honest. But here's the deal. Like, you have guys with really, similar size speed combinations, and Fields try to deep throw, and it's incomplete. Joshua Williams is down here, and he is getting up slowly. They're going to go ahead and stop the game a little bit as Joshua Williams gets up slowly here. And what they did is they put Travis Scott out there, and they were just trying to get him deep one-on-one against Williams. It didn't work out. 4th and 5, and Williams, I said this before, they didn't want to stop the game, but Williams is still down. He's taking the knee, so we're going to stop the clock here. It looks like Williams, I'm not really sure what happens, but he looks like he hurt his shoulder here. They have to eat something. It's hard to think the Vikings get anywhere near top 5 without Jefferson missing significant. I know he got banged up a little bit at the end of the game. I don't know how serious that is. My boy Tim, question up by 34. Fields is trash. We could see some Blaine Gabbert time soon. Do you think the Vikings keep Kirk Cousins? No, I do not. The way I understand this contract's either up this year or next year. The Vikings, I think, are going to draft a quarterback this year. There's your MVS play. Prince Teawangi. Thank you. Tegai Wangogo. I got it. Yeah. Do you ever think the changes let Moore take over if they fire Staley? He's talking about Kellen Moore, the new offensive coordinator. That would probably be who would take over if he's fired during the season. 4th and 5 here for the Chicago Bears. Fields in shotgun formation, 1 wide receiver to the bottom, 3 to the top here. Kinsey blitzes, and they're going to throw the ball up. It's incomplete as the Chiefs pressure forced a bad throw. And I cannot even articulate how bad the Bears' body language is right now. They just look completely defeated. There is no fight, no fire in them whatsoever. It just looks really, really bad. I'm glad. Yeah, look, I almost don't want him to score if they're going to show. Not every young offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator would make a very good head coach for every McVay. Yeah, the issue is that right now it's the vogue thing to hire the new young offensive coordinator, and that's kind of the play here. I'm going to try to get through some of these comments here. I apologize. I got a little behind here. I think I'm doing okay now. Problem is a lot of coordinators get hired as head coaches, not because they'd be good head coaches, because they're great coordinators, and teams want to be able to hire them away. The Bears should just be playing. The Bears should be playing the rookie. Yeah, exactly. Perry, he's going to the Chargers, already a proven quarterback there. I seriously, if I'm, you have to understand one thing you have to understand is that it may not sound like it, but I know you disagree with this, but I'm going to tell you this right now. The Bears organization would be a lot more appealing than the Chargers organization. And even though you got a proven quarterback in Herbert, if you're the Bears, you would have a top pick. You could get the guy that you want, and you get him fresh out of college, and you get him cheap. You have to understand something is that Herbert's contract semi-cap friendly, and they had some players make some adjustments, but they got Joey Bosa on the books for like $135 million over the next couple of years. They got Khalil Mack, who's still on the books. I think he's making like $25-30 million a year. He's over 30 now. Herbert signed that massive deal, dwarfed by Joe Burrow, but you have to realize something. The Chargers got a lot of money tied up in just a few players, and that organization's also, here's the thing, and I know you're all going to argue this, the Chargers have always been notoriously cheap at things. If you got a Bears organization that's willing to pay you 10-15 million a year, or a Chargers organization that's only willing to pay you $5 million, that's a big difference. We have a change at quarterback here. Thank God you got Mahomes out. No, I'm playing. Blaine Gabbert hands off to CEH, and CEH going to power forward for a gain of 3, maybe 4, as the Chiefs are going to go ahead. Trey Prince, Taco Wingo, I'm we'll call him Prince. He's going to go in there, and we got Blaine Gabbert in there replacing that Mahomes guy. I liked Rashawn Johnson quite a bit. Power runner with speed, not bad hands. No, Allen can somewhat throw the ball. His first 2 seasons, he didn't look like he could. He had a bazooka for an arm, same as Allen. There's really not too much of a difference between those 2 players. I would say Fields is faster arm. Allen had a bigger arm. A little pitch out to CEH. He's going to get behind blockers here and power forward for a gain of 2. So we're going to look at about 3rd and 5 here once play resumes here. And I think this is a really smart idea with trying to get Herbert some playing time. I'm sorry, not Herbert. Blaine Gabbert some playing time. And Donovan Smith, the Chiefs left tackle, is down here. Scott must not be that fast. I love Williams, but he's not particularly speed. No, he's not. He's a guy I really think that, I always talk about this. I talk about the NFL 20, where you have a guy put on 20 pounds, especially when you come from a school like Fayetteville State. It's a small Division II school. And Josh Williams came to the NFL 6'2", 195. He's a guy, I wouldn't be surprised if he put on 20 pounds. And if you're loaded at corner, because Justin Watson was a 7th round pick, and it looked like they liked Watson more than Williams, it wouldn't surprise me completely to see Williams maybe make the switch to safety. But I don't think he can do that. So watching Michigan State makes me want to kick a fat kid. Email 67. Welcome, brother. If you're new to the channel, man, hit the subscribe button. Herbert's proven. I think he is. Yeah. I think he is. I'm higher on him than most. I think he definitely is proven. I really do. I think there's no question he's a top 10 quarterback, maybe even top 5. Not really. Not really. The Bears organization's a much better organization to go to than the Chargers. The Chargers have so much more talent than the Bears. The Chargers' talent's there, but the organization itself is not. And they've always been notoriously cheap. And it's happened throughout history of the Chargers. They've always had problems keeping players there, problems with continuity, problems with stars leaving. No, it's not. And the thing is with Chicago is that it's a great sports town. Chicago's a great sports town. It's also, I mean, I know LA is a big media market. You may, because you're in Detroit, maybe you're more comfortable with a Midwest team than an LA team. It's a different type of feel. I know you think that. There's a lot of reasons why Chicago would be way more appealing than LA, but yeah. The Bears got Texas first round pick as well. That was in not next year's draft. No, the Texans first round pick goes to the Cardinals. Blaine Gabbert's here, 3rd and 4th here as a key third down here, 3:27 left in the third. Blaine Gabbert back to pass, throws a dart, and it's intercepted by 57, backup linebacker. He's to 50, he's to 45. He breaks a tackle here, and he gets pushed out of bounds inside Chiefs territory. It's a backup linebacker. I don't know the guy's name here. It's not Noah Sewell. I know that. It's Jack Sanborn. I'm sorry, Jack Sanborn is the. It's kind of funny that they're putting in backups, but yeah, Jack Sanborn. Chargers need to tear it down. I disagree with that. I think the Chargers just need to get a new coach. I mean, talent-wise, they're loaded. The offensive line solid. 4 really good wide receivers, defensive talent. I think seriously, you put a good head coach on the Chargers, they should be a 10-12 win team immediately. Trade them all away, collect the picks, and build a cheap team around. I don't agree with that, but I always say that. Prince went up. Disagree totally. It's a poorly coached squad. The Chargers or the Bears? Duffy, Watson, Williams, and Z Johnson sucks to assert. Depends what you mean by proven. Proven in most moments of regular season games. Proven talent means proven able to come back. Proven in the playoffs depends your depth. I get okay. I think proven talented quarterback. I think he's proven himself to be a top 10 quarterback. So let me see here. What was the comment here? It's a poorly coached squad. Exactly. Exactly. That's why if I was a head coach, I could come in and I could win immediately. However, if you tell me that the Chargers are a way better organization to work for than the Bears, you're 100% wrong. I mean, the Bears have proven that they'll pay their coaches, their staff. They've proven they've tried to win. The Chargers have not done that over the years. But you have so much talent on the Chargers that if you get the right coach in there, I think you can win immediately. I really believe that. But if I'm Ben Johnson and I'm evaluating and I have my choice we'll get back to that in a second here. We're going to go to 1st and 10 here for the Chicago Bears. Justin Fields under center, takes the handoff here. He's going to run. It's going to be inside the 20, 25, slides at the first down here. And where he slid was just before the first down marker. So he's short of the first down. Ben Johnson would be a good fit for the Chargers. The Bears will probably hire. I'll be honest, if I'm the Bears, I'd be much more interested in Ben Johnson. Justin Fields in shotgun formation, 2nd and 1 inside the 20 here. The Bears are trying to get on the board. Chiefs up 41-0, 2:44 left in the third. Motion Herbert it's Rashawn Johnson it's Herbert. Fields going into the end zone, and it's out of the end zone here, not even close to Claypool. It's going to be 3rd and 1, 2:34 left in the third quarter here as Chicago's just trying to get on the board after the Blaine Gabbert interception. Right now, you're just trying to build on something positive for next week. If you're the Chicago Bears, if you're the Kansas City Chiefs, what you want to do is make sure nobody gets hurt. And then what you want to do also maybe get some young players in the game here. It looks like the Chiefs defense is playing most of their starters. So a little scrum play here by the Bears. The Bears are going to get a first down. The only starter I don't see out there is Chris Jones, but it looks like, basically most of your starters out there on defense. It's going to be just a little bit of time before the defense gets their starters out. Traditionally, I know in college, they rotate players a lot more. And even though teams use a lot of different rotations, they usually don't pull them out like a preseason game right away. The Chiefs have most of their defensive starters in there. Same with the Bears. 1st and 10, just out inside the 18-yard line. As the Bears try to get them on board, it's going to be a fake handoff, a little slip screen to DJ Moore. He's going to go ahead and get stopped for a gain of 3 here as the clock continues to move on inside 1:45 in the third. 2nd and 7 once play resume as Chicago tries to get on the board here. So I'm sorry, it's going to be 2nd and 8, short 8, long 7. 2 wide receivers to the top, 1 at the bottom, handoff. No, it's a fake handoff, a little zone read. Fields doing some nice running here as he tries to get some extra yardage. Bounced originally to his left, bounced to his right, got a gain of 4. It's going to be a 3rd and short here, about 3rd and 3 as Chicago tries to get some points on the board here. We are going inside 1 minute in the third quarter. Chiefs 41, Bears nothing. It'll be they're going to call it actually. I'm sorry. 3rd and 5 at the 12. Fields is in shotgun formation. DJ Moore to the bottom, trips to the top. Rashawn Johnson to his left here. Fields in shotgun, motioning for the snap. Handoff. It's going to be a fake handoff, and Leo Chenal is going to run Fields down. But Fields showing some speed here, running away from Leo Chenal to the Chiefs sideline. Extends the ball, but it's going to be short of the first down. And this is kind of a nice little statistic that they're showing on the screen. The 2 youngest defenses in the NFL are the Kansas City Chiefs and the Chicago Bears. 4th and 1, they're going to do the scrum play, and the Bears are going to power forward for a first down. 1st and goal for the Chicago Bears at the 8-yard line as the fourth quarter is upon us here. And after 3, Kansas City 41, Chicago nothing. The Bears, the Bears, let me see if I remember right. The Bears got the Panthers first round pick, not the Texans. The Bears got the Panthers first round pick. 10-12 win team. What will be happening in Herbert's contract in Mahomes Reed division? Got to reset, shed older contracts, collect young cross-controlled talent. Sure, it's definitely a poorly coached team. Doesn't change our upcoming cap outlook over the next few years. In fact, the owner is cheap. I guess Desi gets hired as an head coach before Aaron Glenn. Sean Desi is a very, very, very popular name in NFL coaching circles. One thing that the NFL has also been trying to promote and Aaron Glenn also falls in that, as they're trying to promote minority head coaches, but the NFL really wants to hire. I think the NFL is really going to push to have an Indian head coach, and that's would be Sean Desi, and he's a very, very, very popular name in NFL circles right now. It wouldn't surprise me if Sean Desi gets some interviews and gets a head coaching job next year. The Chargers owner's always been very traditionally cheap. There's been some issues with the Chargers over the years. Not a well-run franchise. That's why I think the Bears franchise would be a lot more appealing than the Chargers. But team-wise, if there's no difference and I could choose which team, it's the Chargers, hands down. It's not even a debate. It's not even a debate at all. But you have to factor in a lot of things when you take a head coaching position. Is what are your expectations? In Chicago, you could walk into Chicago. Let's just say they win 4 games, and you have a brand new quarterback. You have 2 or 3 years that you could say, hey, look, we're going to get a rookie quarterback. Give us 2 to 3 years. With the Chargers, you get that job. You're in a division against Kansas City, and you got to win right away. And you're bringing in a whole new scheme. And it may not be a scheme that Justin Herbert's comfortable running. And here's the deal. You got to realize something with a guy like Justin Herbert. If things don't work out, are you keeping the job, or is Justin Herbert staying and you're going? That's another thing that you didn't think about, is that you're a brand new first-time head coach. You got a superstar quarterback who's got guaranteed money over the next couple of years. If things don't work out, they're not going to get rid of Justin Herbert. They're going to get rid of you. And that may be something you want to consider. There's a lot of factors that go into taking a head coaching job. First and goal for the Chicago Bears here at the start of the fourth quarter. Fields in shotgun formation, trips receivers to the bottom of the screen here. They're going to move Herbert to Fields' left to his right. Fields is going to take the snap here. Chiefs are going to bring pressure, and Fields is going to get rid of the ball at the back of the end zone. Great job by Kansas City's defense bringing pressure and confusing Justin Fields on that play. But then, yeah, exactly. Farrell and Wharton is out there, so that's bad. Yeah, those are the only 2, but those guys get rotated in on a regular basis. How do you go about Jones getting that 1-year deal? Would you still trade him next year? The way I'll get back to this in just a second here. I do want to touch base on that second goal at the 7-yard line here for Chicago Bears. Fields is going to take the snap, the shotgun formation, just try to draw to take Khalil Herbert, tried to get the Chiefs off guard. Did not work. He only got a gain of 1. So it's going to be 3rd and goal here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Or I'm sorry, 3rd and goal for the Chicago Bears here at the 6-yard line. Chicago Bears trying to get on the board, just trying to generate something at this point of the game. Both teams got starters out there, and what you're trying to do is you're just trying to get something to build off of in the next week, a little personal pride. Trips to the bottom of the screen. Cole Kmet's in the slot. DJ Moore to the top of the screen. Claypool's gone from bottom to the top. Fields hits the shotgun snap. There's pressure here, and nice running by Justin Fields, but he's going to be short of the end zone here. He got a gain of 3, and he's getting up slowly as he landed awkwardly down. The Chiefs did a really great job right here defensively. They only brought 3. And they put a spy. They had a Willie Gay as a spy, and Justin Fields is fast enough and athletic enough. They only got a gain of 3, and they're showing the replay here. Willie Gay, I don't think this is intentional. Willie Gay was trying to punch the ball out, and it looked like he threw an elbow in Justin Fields' head, and they're taking Justin Fields off. And this is a smart decision by the Chicago Bears, because what happened is, it looks okay. The replay is that Willie Gay is clearly throwing a punch to try to do. It's the old school peanut punch, if you know the reference. And what happened is he took an elbow right in Justin Fields' head, then combined with awkward land. So they're going to remove Justin Fields from the game. I would be shocked if Fields comes back today at all. He's going to go into a concussion protocol. And former Chiefs kicker Cairo Santos is out to attempt a 21-yard field goal. So the Chiefs shutout is over as the Bears get on the board. The Bears score 3 points, and it'll be 41-3 as play resumes here. And it's kind of comical. They're showing DJ Moore as Justin Fields is a little I didn't realize it was that bad, but Justin Fields after that looks like he definitely suffered a concussion. He 100% is not going to play for the rest of the day, and I think he'll be questionable next week. Let's see what happens. Well, I have like 5 corners, 4 safeties, so on the 53s. Yeah, exactly. You think Ben Johnson will take the Bears head job, wants me to kick him? No, I'm just no. You did. You're guy. You know what is with you Lions fans? Always putting words in my mouth. You know it's. I'm sorry here. My boxer's got all bunched up here. No, I'm saying that if I'm Chicago, I think that Ben Johnson would be a guy at the top of my list, because the trend in the NFL right now is to hire young, successful offensive coordinators that have never coached before. And it would be a plus that you want to take somebody away from the division. If I'm the Bears, Ben Johnson has to be at least in my top 5, maybe top 3 of guys I'm circling is who would take over, because the way the Bears look right now, you have to move on. Now, Matt Eberflus was the former Colts offensive coordinator, or the Eagles, Colts or Eagles. Anyway, he's a former offensive coordinator. Sometimes you want to go with the defensive mind. That's possible, but I think with the offensive issues Chicago's having, I think you would want to go with a different guy. You could also go with an experienced offensive coordinator. Somebody's been in the NFL before. So we'll talk about this quite a bit. It's probably the Eberflus timeline is ticking. It's just a matter of time before he gets fired. The Bears just look comically bad at this point. Go back to some other games. It's an interesting one here in the desert. It's 21-16, and Seattle finally takes the lead with 11:30 left in the fourth quarter. Seattle 22, Carolina 20. So Jones and his agents achieved nothing but have an egg on their faces. It remains to be seen how they negotiate an extension, since he got his possibility for a raise this year, or he won't. Obvious. Otherwise, it's a tag and trade. Weather-wise, so we're going to kick off here. It's 13:34 left in the fourth quarter here. Chicago is now on the board. Chiefs are up 41-3. We're probably going to see more and more backups from the Kansas City Chiefs as Carlos Santos kicks us out of the end zone. So the Chiefs are going to get the ball on the 25-yard line once play resumes here. We're going to see Blaine Gabbert, and we're going to see how many other backups are going to be on the Chiefs, as the Chiefs obviously got this one in the bag. I've seen a lot of weird things happen, but I can almost promise you there is no way there is almost no way the Kansas City Chiefs are going to lose this game. First and 10 here. It's going to be a handoff to CEH. He's going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage and power his way for a gain of 2. There is a fumble on the play, but he is ruled down. So it's going to be a 2nd and 8 Chiefs ball here. Key says weather-wise, it's Chargers. Quarterback-wise, it's the Chargers. Talent-wise, it's the Bears. Fan base-wise, Bear. Well, talent-wise, I completely disagree with you. Do you think the Chargers could be sold and moved? 100%. 100%. I'll touch base on this. 2nd and 8. Blaine Gabbert and shotgun formation. Here we got Blake Bell, as Kelsey is also going to be out for the rest of the game here. Handoff to CEH around the left side. He's going to get cuts back inside to the 30. So it's going to be 3rd and 6 here. And there's always a possibility for the Chargers franchise to be bought and sold. And that's always been on the table. So that's something that you have to look at as well. Could the Chargers move out of LA? Possible, but unlikely, because the lease agreement that they have with the Rams really works out in their favor, and they're in the major media market. I mean, there's no reason really why you'd want to move out of LA unless there's some strange circumstances. 3rd and 5 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. Blaine Gabbert's going to be back to pass here. Shotgun formation. He throws it out. Sky Moore's going to catch a first down in front of the Chiefs bench at the 40-yard line. First down, Kansas City. As play resumes here, Chiefs just want to get out of this one with no more injuries. I would be shocked, but it's not impossible. Remember, the Rams moved from LA to St. Louis. San Antonio, Texas has an NFL stadium waiting. There's always been talk about a team in London, and there's always a talk about Toronto. Excuse me. 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs here. Blaine Gabbert under center at Chiefs 41. Handoff to CEH. He's going to cut back from the left. He cuts into midside. He's at midfield. Squirts forward. Passed for a first down. So it's going to be first down, Kansas City. CEH. Nice run. And the benefit to being in Mahomes' division is the owner is still cheap, so he doesn't want to fire coaches still on that money. Isn't Mark Davis? Yeah, the Bengals are also a notoriously cheap team, but they just gave Joe Burrow $275 million. Tranquil is only green dot. I know in the game, maybe Gay is the emergency green dot. That's kind of what I think, and that's something about Tranquil in preseason is that used them all over at different linebacker positions. I was a little surprised he didn't play more in week 1, but he's been playing more as the season goes on. I think you'll continue to see that. CEH takes the handoff here. He's going to go to the left side and get stopped after a loss here. So it's going to be a 2nd and 13 here for the Kansas City Chiefs, as the Chiefs are just going to let the clock run out. Now, keep in mind, when Nick Bolton comes back, he's going to replace Tranquil, but I really think we'll see Tranquil more and more in different sets and formations. The thing is, a lot of young offensive coordinators pick the wrong fit. Exactly. And you know, one of the things that really causes, I'll get back to this after the play here. It's 2nd and 12 for the Kansas City Chiefs as we're approaching 10 minutes. Blaine Gabbert's in shotgun formation. Jared McKinnon enters the game here, and we're going to have a flag on the play as the Bears jump off here. The question is, were they drawn off sides? And we're going to find out here as the call is being discussed here. And they're going to call it against Kansas City. False start on Kansas City. So it's going to be 2nd and 17. The biggest problem that you have is that you get the wrong general manager and coach. Those two have to be on the same page. If you don't get the right head coach, general manager fit, it doesn't work. And then if you're a head coach, a lot of times you just want to jump into the team, and you're not a good fit with either general manager or the team. Blaine Gabbert, shotgun formation, 2nd and 17 from the Bears 47-yard line here. Blaine Gabbert's going to take the snap, hand it off to McKinnon. McKinnon's going to bounce to the outside, cuts back, squirts inside, and loses 1. So it's going to be 3rd and 18 here for the Kansas City Chiefs. On the flip side, Eric Bieniemy was really picky. It looks like it cost him a couple years later. I can see ownership in Vegas. Are there actual Kmart's? I can see new ownership. That I don't see. I don't think, even though they're in financial turmoil, they got an influx of cash. Remember, Brady's a minority owner now. So 3rd and 17 here for the Kansas City Chief. Blaine Gabbert in shotgun formation. Jared McKinnon to his right. Hard count. The Bears jump. There is a flag. Free play for Gabbert. Gabbert's going to go downfield. Nice play here. Backup corner Smith. I actually don't know who that is off the top of my head, but it's Terrell Smith, backup corner, and it's offside. So we're going to see another 3rd down here. I thought Eberflus was the offensive coordinator. Not offensive. I could be wrong. Okay, I was wrong. He was the Colts defensive coordinator. All right, I was wrong. About the only other position outside quarterback we have legit depth for. We do have really good depth. And Jawan Taylor is back out there. Oops, that was supposed to be talent-wise. Okay. Yeah, I was kind of surprised, Skis. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. I thought it would be. Blaine Gabbert backs past 3rd and 12 here. Nice dart to Rashee Rice for the 1st down. And one thing about Blaine Gabbert, folks, is that he's a big dude with a lot of talent. It's just things haven't worked out for him in the NFL. I remember he was drafted. He was the 9th overall pick in the draft by the Jacksonville Jaguars. And he had such a bad rookie season. He looked almost shell-shocked, but he was the backup in Tampa Bay when they beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Now he's back up in Kansas City. And he's a guy who has enough talent to start in the NFL, but it seems like he's just perfectly content being the backup. It's 1st and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs on the Bears 34. Fakes the handoff, a little screen pass to Rashee Rice here. Maybe screen pass isn't the right word. Is a fake handoff and then kind of like a bubble screen to Rashee Rice. He's tried to get him in the open field, make some moves here, squirts forward for a gain of 6 here. It's going to be 2nd and 4 as we are going under 8:20 here in the 4th quarter. Chiefs are up 41-3. What happens? Yeah, I get it. Dan, do you think Dion will be absolutely 100%? I'll touch base on that in here in just a second. 2nd and 4 here for the Kansas City Chiefs. Blaine Gabbert under center here at the Bears 29-yard line. Going to hand off to CEH. CEH goes around to the left side and tackled for a loss as there was nothing there. TJ Edwards, free agent acquisition from the Philadelphia Eagles last season, makes the tackle here. So we're going to see 3rd and about 8 here. Deion's going to be a hot name, and he's a guy that's never said that he wanted to coach pro. He's always been adamant about coaching college kids, but keep in mind he was also adamant about saying in the Southwest Athletic Conference. We're going to find out what happens here. 3rd and 5, Blaine Gabbert and shotgun formation. We are now under 7:15 in the 4th quarter here. Blaine Gabbert and shotgun formation, play clock under 2, gets the snap, shotgun snap, goes, surrounds, and this is an interception. I couldn't tell who called. It looked like it was tipped. Then Rashid Rice tipped it, and it was picked off. We're going to look at the replay here, and he throws a nice pass. And no, my mistake here. What happened is this just bounced right off Rashid Rice's body, and it was intercepted. So it's going to go down as an interception, but this is 100% on Rashid Rice. I'm going to touch base on this here. I'm going to come back to that. The owners are trying to make, they've been wanting to do that for a long time. And there was a lot of talk for a long time that Jacksonville was going to move their team to London. Then the owner invested, I think it was $250 million into the stadium, made a lot of upgrades. And now they're talking about building a brand new stadium in Jacksonville. So no, Mark Davis won't sell. Remember, Tom Brady has I think it's a 2 or 3% ownership in it, but the owners aren't going to force them out. There's no need to. So when is Ken Griffey Jr. an NFL photographer's first rating? That's who that was. That's who they were showing the clip. That's kind of cool. Dan, do you think Deion will be a recently hot name in the near future? Yes. And I think he's going to be a hot name that's going to be widely discussed in NFL circles as the season winds down. We still got a big week of college football games. As a matter of fact, Colorado is going to play USC this week. And if Colorado beats USC, all hell's going to break loose. But Deion Sanders and the head coach at USC, Lincoln Riley, are going to be 2 names that are going to be very big, hot names in coaching circles. Lincoln Riley's mentioned yearly, and Deion's a guy that's definitely going to get mentioned. Now, whether he wants to coach in the NFL or not, I don't know. I think Deion really likes the college game, but I also think that he likes, coaching his son. Now, his sons, I know one of his kids plays safety. The other one is, I think, still Heisman candidate at quarterback. It could be that if his son, I think it's Shadir Sanders, leaves for the NFL after this season, then Deion might say, you know what, my kids are gone. I want to try the NFL. And the thing is with a coach like Deion Sanders, he can always go back to college. He can always go back to college. So we're going to get back to the game here. Chiefs are up 41-3 after the pick. Bears 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line, 7:09 left in the game. And I was positive Justin Fields was not going to play. And I don't get this at all. This is a bad move. I want to tell you, this is not just a bad move for the NFL, for the Chicago Bears, but for the NFL. The NFL, he had what looked like a head injury, and they just decided to leave him in the game. This is a really bad decision. I can't emphasize. He looked like he had a concussion, and they're just going to leave him in there. And this is, I don't care if he was evaluated or not. He looked woozy after the game, didn't look like he knew what he was doing, and they're leaving him in the game. This is a very, very bad decision by the Chicago Bears in the NFL. I think somebody should step in and just say, hey, look, this guy had an injury. There's no way he's going to score a 39-point touchdown to make this interesting. But that I'm thinking, okay, I'm done. Justin Fields back to pass, scrambling around here. He's being chased by Leo Chenal, and FAU is going to force him to step out of bounds 1 yard behind the line of scrimmage here. Nice job getting FAU in there and Leo Chenal. I think that's a smart move. getting those young guys in there. And the Chiefs corners are just blanketing the Bears receivers. Leo Chenal being used as a rush linebacker or a defensive end, depending on how you want to look at it. 2nd and 9, looks like it was a gain of 1. I thought he lost 1. Rashawn Johnson powers forward in the middle of the field, gets a first down as he squirts into Chiefs territory. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the Chiefs 46-yard line, just around 5:30. It's going to be under 5:30 when to get this play off here. They're going to go in a hurry-up offense, and it's going to be 5:25 and remaining in the 4th quarter. Fields takes a shotgun snap here. He's got some pressure, throws it to I can't tell if that was Rashawn Johnson just out of the backfield, and it's going to be a gain of 7. So it's going to be 2nd and 3 here once play resumes here. I don't know why they're going in shotgun formation. So 2nd and 5, my correction. 2nd and 5, Fields a shotgun snap under 5 minutes, goes deep down the left side here. Nice one-handed catch by DJ Moore. Very nice catch. First down for the Bears. 1-on-1 against Justin Watson. Watson's with him step for step. And this was a great catch. DJ Moore just reaches up with his right hand, snags it. And just very nice catch. It's going to be on the 15 here. DJ Moore, 2 catches, 32 yards. They're going to go ahead and run a little slip screen to Scott here on the who's number 13. I'm drawing a blank on his name. Tyler Scott. Okay, my mistake. 4th round pick out of Cincinnati. Really big fan of his coming out of Cincinnati. Track guy. For the Bearcats. 2nd and 5 here on the 10 here. Fields shotgun snap going to go into the end zone. And they had Scott 1-on-1 with Byron Cook, a mismatch, but doesn't mean that much at this time. Travis Scott's a guy that coming into the draft I really liked quite a bit. Track guy, didn't run a great time, at least not great for him. There was talk about him running in the 4.2s, ran a 4.4, smaller guy, good hands with the Bearcats, and I thought it was a good move for the Bears. But I think there was an injury issue because he didn't play much in preseason. 3rd and 5 for the Bears here. A little quick throw, touchdown to DJ Moore in the end zone. So it's going to be 41-9. Byron Cook a little slow to get up here. Nice throw and catch by Justin Fields to DJ Moore. Despite of the touchdown, I'm going to stay adamant that Justin Fields looked woozy after the game. I don't know what the concussion protocol was, but he should have been ruled out of the game. That I don't care if he threw a dart and he looks good and everything. He, at this point in the time. So he should have been out of the game, but they're just going to kick a field goal to make it 40 or try to make it 41-10 here. And the kick is up by Santos, and it is good. It's going to be 41-10 with 4:20 left in the 4th. I think Deion could be possibly a pretty good head coach. I haven't watched enough to see his clock management or decisions, but at least from a motivational standpoint, John Harbaugh didn't major as an – no, John Harbaugh was mostly a special teams coach under Andy Reid. He's a direct descendant from that Andy Reid coaching tree. And what it was is that I forget the exact relationship between Andy Reid when he was in Philadelphia and the Baltimore Ravens coaching staff and front office. But what happened is that they talked to Andy Reid and he pushed really hard for Harbaugh to get that interview. Andy Reid, John Harbaugh, John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh will even tell you that without Andy Reid, with the recommendation that he probably doesn't get that Baltimore job. But yeah, Andy Reid really went out of his way. So I'm going to let it slide a little bit. I mean, with the blowout, maybe they were just, it's just kind of human nature at this point to kind of let up a little bit. I agree. Santos was the kicker we got rid of. Santos got injured, and when he was injured, we brought in Butker, and then we got rid of Santos. And it was kind of one of those situations where Santos is out. We brought in Butker, and Butker was so much better that we kept him. But Santos was a really good kicker. I want to say Brazilian or Colombian. And it was a really good kicker, but he got hurt. We needed to replace him, and Butker did such a great job. And it's just one of those cold things in the NFL that if you go ahead and you get injured and you get replaced and your replacement's better than you, you lose your job. That's what happened. First and 10 for the Chiefs, 4:20 left in the game. Blaine Gabbert in shotgun formation. High snap, grabs it. CEH is going to power forward to the middle of the field. And the Chiefs are putting in some backup offensive linemen in here. The CEH powers forward for a gain of 2 or 3 here. They're going to call it 2. It's going to be 2nd and 8 as this game goes under 4. It's going to be Chiefs 41. Bears 10 as we go under 4 minutes here. Chiefs are just going to kind of milk the clock. Travis Kelce's hanging out with Andy Reid. He's looking up into the stands. I wonder if he's looking at Taylor Swift. Oh, God. Chiefs fans are going to get sick of this. Blaine Gabbert under center takes the snap, hands off to CEH. CEH is going to power his way for a gain of 1, maybe 2. So it's going to be 3rd and 7. It's going to be third in the short 7 or a long 6. The Chiefs are going to let this go inside 3 minutes here. So it's going to be a 3rd and I'm not sure exactly what they're going to call it, but we'll call it 3rd and 6 here as we're going to go inside 3 minutes. The Chiefs have this one clearly under control. Chiefs 41, Bears 10. They're going to call it 3rd and 6. Gabbert's in shotgun formation here. They're going to move Blake Bell to the left, to the right. I'm sorry, from the top to the bottom of the screen here. Blaine Gabbert's going to take the snap, hand off to Joe McKinnon. Burst to the outside here for a first down. And nice play call here. And they're having a fun one in the desert as it's a 28-16 and at the 5-yard line. And Dak Prescott throws an interception as we are at 3 minutes left in the Cardinals-Cowboys game. And the Cardinals are up by 18. And this is kind of fun. If you're a Chiefs fan, you may get a kick out of this. Joe Thuney is now playing left tackle. Joe Thuney, who's normally the Chiefs' left guard, is being moved to left tackle thanks to Donovan Smith injury. And Juwan Short is back in there. I'm sorry, Juwan Taylor. I don't know why I always get that wrong, but Juwan Taylor's back out there at right tackle. But, Chiefs are doing little things creative among the offensive line. And 2 minutes left in the game here. And Chiefs clearly got this one in control. Exactly. And, here's the thing. Santos was a really good kicker. I mean, he was a really good kicker. I mean, he came in, he won the job. He was kicking 50-plus yard field goals, even though I think I am bigger than he is. He's one of the few NFL players I am bigger than. I'm 5'8", about 170. And Santos, a former soccer player, just, he got hurt. They brought in Butker. Butker earned the job, and it's a cold thing with the NFL. I mean, it's a cold thing. It really is. That's one thing about the NFL. In sports in general is that when you get hurt, if your replacement's better than you, too bad, so sad. Happened with Drew Bledsoe. Happened with Drew Bledsoe twice. First with Tom Brady and then with Tony Romo. Happened with Tony Romo. He got hurt. Dak Prescott came in, and Dak Prescott for weeks and weeks, even months and months, kept on saying, "It's not my team. It's Tony's team. It's not my team. It's Tony's team." And then finally, I think after 2 months of him starting, he's like, well, yeah. Don't feel bad for Tony Romo. He's making, I think he has signed like a crazy contract to do CBS. So, but that's what happens in the NFL. That's why players play hurt, is that you want to keep your job no matter what. And that's just the way of the NFL. And it happens. Gabbert throwing 2 interceptions, basically his first action of the season. It's not a good look for him. I don't think it matters. The second pick is not his fault, and the other one I think was tipped, but I know the second one 100% was on Rashee Rice. He needs to make that catch. So, I don't worry about that at all. The interceptions 100%. I mean, we didn't blame Patrick Mahomes for throwing a pick 6 when it bounced off Tony's hands. I don't see how we could blame Gabbert for I don't see how we can blame Gabbert for throwing an interception that hit Rashee Rice right in the 4. And that's exactly what happened. It hit him right in the 4. He bounced right off of him. So Trent Green. Oh yeah, Kurt Warner. That's a good one. Yeah, Kurt Warner. Yeah. 2 minutes left in the game. 2nd and 10 for the Kansas City Chiefs. Blaine Gabbert taking over. He's got Noah Gray, Blake Bell, Rashee Rice. I can't tell who's at the top of the screen. MVS. Another high snap here. CEH is going to burst through for a first down. Gets a gain of it's Justin Ross who's at the top of the screen. Get a gain of 15 as CEH is padding his stats here. As we're just going to go ahead and let the clock run as this game is fully under the Chiefs' control. Chiefs are up 41-10. Going to go to next week. They are going to go to New York and play the Jets. I don't know who Chicago is going to play, but they got to get things turned around fast here. Chicago is going to go to 0-3 winless, and they are in a lot of trouble. And we're going to go to victory formation here as we are under 120 left in the game here. And Blaine Gabbert with 2 seconds left on the play clock is going to take the snap, take a knee, and he's going to have to do this just one more time as players shake hands here. And Kansas City Chiefs are going to eke out a 31-point victory. So, one thing that they're showing is Justin Fields talking up his offensive lineman. I think that's a good move by Justin Fields. And be adamant when he looked shaken up after the play. They should have just took him out. That's a bad look for the NFL, and I think it's a bad look for Chicago Bears. And, folks, this game is over. Kansas City Chiefs, 41. Bears, 10. Andy Reid, 271st career win. Passes Tom Landry for 4th all-time. Big milestone for Big Red. Difference between Andy's mindset and the mindset of Mike McDaniel, McDermott. Is that a question or a statement or yeah, man, big win for the Kansas City Chiefs. Andy took the accelerator out. Oh, okay. Statement. Yeah. And folks, you're going to get some bonus coverage. You're going to get some bonus coverage. Why not? Well, actually, I'm not really sure if we're going to do this or not. I'm not sure they switched over, but all it is going to be a little victory formation. Folks, we have a big upset. I thought there were some big upsets earlier, but none bigger than this one. Victory formation as the Cardinals are going to take a knee. The Cardinals are going to beat the Dallas Cowboys 28-16. Joshua Dobbs leads the Arizona Cardinals to a victory over the Dallas Cowboys. What a big upset in the NFL. I thought the Houston Texans beating Jacksonville was a big upset. No, this is an upset. You want a fun NFL season? Yeah, I'm out. I guess they just wanted the Dallas. I am shocked, folks. I am absolutely shocked here. And late in the 4th quarter, the other game that is available is the Seattle Seahawks. They are up 29-20 with 4:27 left in the 4th quarter. And what a massive upset. You guys tell me. I did some tweaking to YouTube TV so I wouldn't be so far behind. I know last week some of you guys mentioned that I was about 10 seconds behind. Please let me know if you don't mind, if anybody's still watching, if you can tune in. Let me know if I was 10 seconds behind today, because I did some tweaking to the service. That way I would be up to speed. So if you don't mind, just drop a comment below. Let me know if I was up to speed today. We have a final in the desert, 28-16. All the games are over for Sunday. The only one that's left is Seattle and Carolina, and Seattle just scored a touchdown, so Seattle is up now 35-20. And man, it's about five. Okay, at least with my commentary. Are you using Wi-Fi for YouTube TV? Or are you using an Ethernet? No, I'm using Wi-Fi. The new YouTube, Google Fiber now does exclusively Wi-Fi. So what it is that they gave me 2 Wi-Fis, and I just used one. I did some tweaking to it right before the show, and I thought that it would work. But no, they don't really have the way it's set up, but I'll kind of play around with it here. I don't think that's the issue, to be perfectly honest. But I'll play around. Honestly, it's weird, but it depends on what device I'm using. I have the game on multiple devices, streaming app on the app for other people, and the one device is always. Yeah. So what it is that when Bufa was over here, he logged into the Wi-Fi and he used his tablet for the draft show, and he was about 5 seconds ahead of me. And it was kind of weird because like we're sitting next to each other, and he had the tablet on, and his tablet was 5 seconds ahead of my screen. So right before the live stream, I thought that you can plug in an Ethernet cord into whatever you're watching it on 100B faster using Wi-Fi. The way Google Fiber does it is it's kind of hard to explain. Maybe I'm not doing a good job of explaining it. So what they do is they send you a what they do is I only have Wi-Fi. There's I'm not using the router connects directly to the Wi-Fi, and then the Wi-Fi does everything. Everything in my apartment's just connected by Google Wi-Fi. And so right before I went on, I did some tweaks, but I can't hook up the modem directly to the computer. The old way I could, the new way that they did it with this apartment, but I'll keep working. Because I did do a speed check. My speed's fine. I get what you're saying. And normally I would tell you the exact same thing, but the way it's set up is not that way. But thanks for enjoying the live stream. I'll continue working on this, see if I can get it faster. I want to try to get up to speed as possible. But this was a lot of fun. I'm thinking about doing another game in the future, but I want to tweak this a little bit. Don't forget to check out my picks video, which will be don't forget to check out my picks video, which will come Tuesday. Also, I will be live Tuesday. My picks video will be at 6 p.m. and then I'll go live at 7. So make sure you hit that notifications bell, get notified that way when I am on. When the videos come around, you go ahead and jump on it. Also, all these videos are designed to be conversation starters. I give you my opinion, but I really want to hear from you, and I want to hear what you think. When I do my picks videos, all I want to do is I'm just offering my opinion, but I really want to hear from you on what you think and what your ideas are. And I will also be on live Tuesday, so I hope to see everybody back on Tuesday. Have a great week. Hopefully I'll see everybody back in about 2 days.